do like a video for our Facebook, like 2 or 3 minutes.
No,
And
this
just
whole
say,
thing's going to
"Hey."
be for our Facebook.
Oh, yeah, y'all.
All right.
Wow.
Hey, guys. Welcome to a very special DOA. My name
Christmas
is Mary.
special, motherfuckers.
Do we need permission to record or not? Are you recording it?
I was just recording. It's fine.
Okay.
If it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out.
I love
Okay.
your bow, Mel.
Huh?
I love your bow, Mel.
Oh, thank you.
So cute.
Well, I had an elf hat, but I think I may have left it in Maine a couple of years ago. Like, my mom had no idea. I couldn't find it, so I was like, "What about that bow I pulled off that package a couple of years ago and put on my head? That'd be so cute."
Well, if y'all
I had
have
that.
sweaters on, and my Christmas sweater is in storage, but it says Santa's favorite hoe, and I should have fucking gotten it. I swear to God, I should have, because I'm Santa's favorite hoe.
There's some hoes in this house.
There's some holes in
Welcome
this
to
house.
Velvet Jones School of Ho. No.
So, Mary,
have-
what does your sweater say?
Merry Christmas, you
Merry
fellow
Christmas,
animal.
animal. I love it. Love it. Melanie, what does yours say?
Um,
Oh, Santa! I know him.
oh my God, Santa! I know him.
I love that. And
Love
Josh,
it.
you're just Santa.
I've never
Santa.
seen that movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's cute.
Oh my God, you need to watch it. It's so funny.
Will,
And me,
Fer-
I just don't
Throne of Lies.
Will Ferrell's
but
wife
I'm-
is actually
I'm
from
very
my town.
Really, that's cool. It was a movie
And-
that like I didn't expect to like as much as I did, and now I just love it.
And
What
someone I know
What?
that lives diagonally from Will Ferrell's mother-in-law and father-in-law, and their house burned last spring. Not
No.
Will Ferrell's in-laws, but this person I know. And then they were over there having dinner, and Will Ferrell was there.
Fun.
Wow,
So he sent me a picture of himself with Will Ferrell.
Cool.
that's pretty cool.
All right, let's do
No.
our 3-minute thing.
We're not gonna.
then
The whole
see,
thing's. We're not gonna do a 3-minute thing. We're just gonna have the whole thing. We're gonna show
All right,
the whole.
start the intro.
Can we upload
Ah.
something that big to Facebook?
Put it somewhere else and have it. I think we can though. Yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
I wasn't
Figure it out.
sure.
I'll figure it out.
Because
I also got all my presents wrapped today. They're in the attic now.
I did not.
I've only bought like 2 presents.
I bought 4. No, 6.
I
Thank
like
you.
doing gift cards because you know what? Then they can get whatever the hell they want.
Oh, I got 6
Yeah.
presents, gift cards, but they're all being delivered tomorrow night to our Christmas family. So go ahead, Mary, start the intro.
Welcome to a very special episode of the Ewing Barbecue, the DOA. My name is Mary.
And I'm Sarah. It's a special fucking Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Josh.
Oh God, I've been out shoveling in the snow. We had a snowstorm up here, and
Oh,
Jealous.
my.
I'm just bouncing off a wall right now. So, but I'm here. I got
You're here.
I got the cowboy hat on.
I love that hat.
I got my new
I do.
mask. I actually took
Like
this
it?
mask, not mask. I took the hat, this short sleeve Santa top, and some Santa shorts to South Fork in 2013.
We saw that
I
video.
picked that, yes.
Yeah, and I also did my holiday pictures down there. I put them on and I wore it around the ranch. And I was with Josh Henderson's mother and some other people, and there was a wedding being set up for. And oh, wait a minute, I'm alone. I don't have to wear my mask now.
You're fine.
But that's
And
me.
I'm Melanie. FYI.
Melanie.
Melanie's ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
So I have 2 beers, and you have to help me decide which one to try first. They're both Christmas themed. So
The
I have-
bourbon.
What are they?
Jolly Roger Christmas Ale.
Okay.
Then I have this is Cozy Sweater by Iron Horse. It's a vanilla milk stout.
Ooh.
Okay. My
What's the-
vote is Dolly because I love Dolly Parton.
What? Dolly?
I love Dolly Parton. So Dolly.
Jolly.
Oh, Jolly. Well,
Jolly
Dolly.
Rat.
So
Jolly.
I
What's
like
the
I
Dolly
like
kind?
Jolly Ranchers, so I don't know.
What's
There you go.
What's the
See?
Jolly?
That's 2-1. What's yours?
What's the description on the Jolly Roger?
Oh, okay. The
Jesus,
Jolly Roger.
Melanie, you beer.
It's a
Beer
Christmas
snob.
ale. It is 9.5%. And
Ooh.
that's literally all it says. And I
That's a
don't know.
one and
I had
done.
7. I had a 7.0 the other night. I was very proud of myself.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna Google this real quick. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think vanilla stout?
It's a vanilla. It's
Melanie,
vanilla
don't
milk
go against
stout.
the grain.
Says this one says this dark chocolatey stout is stitched together with lactose. I have pills.
Good.
And vanilla to keep your taste buds all warm and snuggly. And it's
Ooh.
Okay, the one I had the other night, shout out to Oversoul Brewery in Helena, Alabama. I had there, it's called Dunkel, but I thought it was Dumple. So all night I kept saying the shit beer, like Dumple, get it? Ha ha. He laughed
Taking a
at me,
dump.
so I told-
Taking a dump.
I told
It means-
all of his
It means dark in German. Dunkel.
exactly that's what he said.
Um,
But all night I kept saying Dumple, and so I told all of his customers it was the dump beer. But he sold a lot. I said that.
Was
because
it a Dunkel
chocolate
Weizen?
coffee. It was chocolate coffee, and it was one of the. I don't like dark beers, and it was one of the best beers I have ever had.
Sounds amazing.
So
I am weird about my dark beers. Like, I don't like anything bourbon barrel aged. My friends can attest
I
to
don't
that.
like dark beers. I don't like anything thick, dark, and I loved it.
I do like porters. I do like stouts. However, Mary, I would go with the vanilla one.
Okay.
Oh, so, but it's 2 against 1. But we need to count. We need to count.
I'm gonna
Melanie
drink
too.
both of them, so I'll do the 2
Well,
and then I'll do the 1.
Melanie though she counted 2 because she knows her beers, and Josh and I do not.
You
Correct,
can
Josh?
never have enough beer.
Well, there you go. What happened? Oh shit! I have low
Actually,
battery.
how about I have this one because it's less percentage first, and then I'll have the one that's more, so I get drunk later.
Yes.
There you
Spa-
go.
Space it out a little.
I'm gonna move my iPad
See,
over here because
That
of my back.
9.5 sometimes, that's either a shareable or a one and done. Like, if I drink that whole thing by myself.
That's a big one. That's a big boy.
Hey,
God.
well, a 7.0 for me was incredible, and Scott was dying laughing because I was like, "This made me have a little buzz," and I literally had one, and he was like, "Well, it's 7." I was like, "What does that mean?" So
It's
Yeah,
ABV,
What's
darling.
I'm
Christmas
moving
without
over here.
gingerbread?
I made
I like-
homemade gingerbread cookies last night.
We're making cookies next week after everyone's out of school in my house, and we're gonna make cookies.
Okay,
Mhm.
if
I
y'all
would
are
like to-
making cookies, Mary, I'm gonna send you. It's called Swig cookies. It's a Southern thing, but I made them. I haven't made them in years,
Okay.
and I got the recipe, and I made them last week. And I shit you not, they're sugar cookies, but they are the moistest, softest ones you will ever make. And you can you can eat them plain, or I put icing on some. I've had more compliments on those cookies, and so I will send you the recipe because they're easy to make. What is that? The shit, Melanie. God damn it!
Cozy
Hold on.
sweater.
What? What did I do?
You got
Always
the
her
right
fault.
here.
It's always her fault.
Ah,
Come here. Come here. All right. Winston's cold. He's trying to get in the blanket. I had to move so I could plug my thing in. Opie, stop.
Right. Hey, guess what? It's the same beer that was featured in the Thanksgiving video.
Nice.
Oh my god, I lost my
It's
cigarette.
a good one then.
It's
Opie!
a very good one,
Hold on.
and it's limited release, so it's probably going to be sold out by the end of the month,
Probably.
and they won't make it again until next year.
Yeah.
Because like
And-
one of the
Damn it.
local shops around here said, he was like, "Don't
I lost
ask him for
cigarettes.
this in January."
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Yes, Josh. What were you going to say?
I just keep drinking that.
I found them.
7.
That was so sad. They were behind my iPad. Ugh,
Is
I'm
it
such a
what
dumbass.
is it smooth or is it really like?
It's
boozy?
so cold.
It's smooth. It's a drinkable bourbon, I think.
Yeah.
I'm
And
gonna go get my electric blanket. Hold on 1 second, and then we can start.
Now
did you plug in your iPad?
Yes.
I'm a
Good.
peppermint addict, and so does anyone eat peppermint bark?
Peppermint barks. I don't
Not
love
in a couple of
peppermint,
years.
but
Somebody
I'll
said-
have peppermint bark sometimes.
It's very expensive, you notice, if you buy it in the stores. So I've started making it myself the last few years, and I'll be doing that tomorrow for a gift swap on Saturday. So I'll be in the kitchen.
Nice.
Oh, Josh, this is crazy. Their Lone Pine Brewing put out a beer called the Holy Donut,
Mm.
and my friend sent it to me, and she said, "Not sure if you like peppermint though," and I went, "What?" But it's a dark chocolate peppermint imperial stout.
Hmm.
Move it.
So this can be found. Oh, Gorham, Maine. Okay, I guess it's a Lone Pine Brewing, Portland, Maine. So they collaborated with the Holy Donut. And I know you like the Holy Donut.
Okay. So I'm always cold. So for my birthday, Scott
You've
got
heard
me
about
a
you've heard the rumors about me and the Holy Donut.
Yes.
Look,
That I'm an addict.
That is
I
the
got an
best looking blanket ever.
electric lap blanket for my birthday
Ooh, I
because
love
I'm always
those.
cold. And so Scott got me a blanket, and so I just went. And Winston likes it too, my wiener dog. I turn it on in the morning for him, and then I turn it off before I leave so it doesn't catch on fire. No.
I got an electric lap dance. Well, wait, never mind. That's something else.
Oh.
No.
It's
I don't
electric.
even know what that means.
Scott, I just said Scott. Josh,
Hmm?
do you get lap dances?
I've gotten a lap dance.
Hey, what happens
We're
in
gonna
Vegas?
come. We're gonna come to New England, and we're gonna take you off a lap dance.
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays on Facebook, internet, and
We're going to Vegas
YouTube
in
and
July.
Instagram.
Look, we're going to Vegas in July. If anybody wants to join,
Hmm.
we've got like 3 couples going, and my friend lives there. We got plenty of places to stay.
We'll have to see how all things are with COVID at that point, but we'll see. Maybe.
I've
Never been to Vegas.
They are rolling Massachusetts.
Oh my god! Okay,
They're
we're
rolling
definitely
parts
gonna
of
meet the first time.
Massachusetts back to a phase 2 opening, which means gyms are closing
Okay.
and stuff like that.
We've been totally closed
Well,
for
Melanie,
a
you're
long
not going.
time.
I mean, Mary, you're not going to Vegas without me because I've been before. You're a Vegas virgin.
Vegas
So you
Virgin.
will go with me.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my-
would love
You
that.
will go with me. I will
I
show you the road.
Yeah.
I spent 2 weeks in Vegas. One
gotta
week in
bring- you
11
gotta
and 1
bring
week in
Seth.
12.
I honestly, if anyone's gonna show me Vegas, I feel like Sarah, you might be the person to do it.
I've been many, many times.
I'll
my
take
friend
y'all
lives
to North Myrtle
So you
Beach.
got to. It'll be all. You need to bring Seth for sure.
No.
Melanie, you could come then.
Here's
and
the
I'll
thing:
find
is
you a man
Seth
when you
would
get
Seth would
Find
hate
me a man.
everything about Vegas. Everything.
I
about it.
promise you, we have. Our friend has a timeshare there, first of all. But one of my best friends lives there, and she keeps getting us to come. Like she's got like a huge house, the pool, a cook, everything.
Ooh.
See?
I was there for the National Association of Broadcasters conference in 11 and 12. So I was there for a week each year.
Did you have fun?
Oh yes, but
I mean, it's kind of nasty, like as far as like it's a clean city. You wouldn't think it would be, but it's a very clean city.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I've been
almost
to
went for the
Hollywood.
NAB before, but I never.
We've been to Hollywood. I mean, it's kind of dirty out there.
Well,
I've
it was
lived in
inter-
Hollywood once, and I
I
want to
love
go
how
back.
I lived out there for a month when I was 21.
Well, Scott told me he would take me because I want to go to Larry Hagman's Star like you did, but I haven't been since I was 5 years old. So
I was
And
out
that
there.
was
I was out there the day Dennis Hopper died, and I went down to his star where they had all the, the bouquet and the wreaths and everything all set up, and I'm standing there paying my respects, and some people come along and they go, "Who's Dennis Hopper?" "Oh, look, there's Britney Spears," or something like that, and they just walk. I'm going,
oh, me, I'm like,
That's
oh,
me,
baby, baby.
"Yeah, I'll hit you, baby, one more time, right upside the head."
Y'all, I'm not kidding. We go in this bar here in Birmingham, and it depends on if I'm drunk or not. But the DJ that's always there, he knows. Like I'm 42, okay, but Brittany's my age, so it's not like I'm like this like weirdo.
Oh my God, she is.
Yeah, she's my age, so he knows my song is "Give Me More"
Wait.
by Britney Spears.
No,
So we
she's
usually
not.
get there.
Just
She's
a couple
close.
years
She's
younger.
41, 42.
Pretty cool.
So whenever I get there, he
39.
gauges me. Close enough, Melanie. So, so he gauges me. He always tells me, like, I can tell when you walk in if you're like, you're good, you're having a couple of shots. But he's like, if you get to that point where you had like a couple of shots and a drink, he will start that song and I will go out and I will dance just to
Oh,
this one
God.
song. The only thing. And so that everybody at that bar calls me Brittany. That's our thing.
That's
So, yeah.
funny.
Opie, God damn it.
Wow.
Sorry. My big
So-
dog can't get under the blanket. My little dog is under here and he's barking at him. Oh,
So-
look at Opie.
So let's do a couple Dallas birthday shout outs this month.
Sure.
Yes, I
Yeah,
got
do it.
this.
December 9th was Jesse Metcalf's birthday.
I saw that.
42.
Okay, he actually is 42.
He's my age.
Yes. Just a couple weeks younger than you. And today, the 17th, is Emma Bell's birthday. She's just a young little lass at 34 today.
See, Jesse, you could have married me.
And
I'm older than Emma Bell.
Yeah.
Well,
I would be remiss if I did not send a birthday shout out to
I look older than Emma Bell.
who I consider the first lady of South Fork, because she's been one of the head tour guides there for forever, is Sally Peavy.
Oh,
Sally turns 64 today.
Cheers, Sally.
Sally.
So
South Fork, motherfucker.
pound some bourbon for Sally.
Okay, this is my bourbon.
All right.
This is- Pinot Grigio.
So have we all been watching Christmas specials at all? Yeah.
I've been just watching the normal Christmas movies. I still have to watch my Christmas episode of My So-Called Life that I watch every year.
I don't watch that, but Christmas Vacation has been on like 9,000 times. But my favorite movie that's only been on like twice is Scrooged with Bill Murray.
So good. I love Bill Murray.
See,
I know.
I made sure I got most of the stuff on DVD, so I don't have to depend on the TV schedule.
I own it
So,
on
I have-
DVD.
Yeah. The other night I watched Yogi's First Christmas because I was doing my Yogi Bear thing.
Christmas. Oh my God.
Gosh, get hard.
Do we all watch?
Hey,
Do we all
Wait,
watch
who's
the
the oldest?
what?
Who's the
Of us?
Who's the oldest here? Josh.
Josh.
Mentally
Josh
or
Howard.
on
No,
paper?
physically. On paper.
Oh.
You're the oldest, followed by Mary and Sarah, then me.
Thanks a lot, Mel.
Do we watch the
You're second youngest.
The Rankin Bass.
the Rankin Bass Christmas specials?
Not this year. I didn't.
But
Wait, what?
we normally have in the past.
I have in
The
the
what?
past. The Rankin Bass ones. Like,
So they have the little figures that I got years ago. Like this is Topper from the Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I don't know what that is.
they're the
Is that a
little
little-
stop motion Christmas specials like Santa
Penguin?
Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah,
What's that elf is based off of?
Right.
The whole design
I
from that was
remember
based on Rankin Bass.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Abominable Snowman and
Yeah.
the Island of Misfit Toys.
So I have all these little figures that I got years ago, and I wanted to add more. So I looked online, Amazon and stuff, and
Mhm.
they don't make these things anymore.
Yeah,
And
probably not.
these sets are selling on eBay for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on some cash there.
Oh.
I decided to unload them.
Trust me, as someone who
Before
used to work
before
at
I forget,
Oh yeah.
I already got Mary's, but I need Josh and Melanie. I think I have Melanie's, but just in case, message me your
I got that.
Dress.
your
on my-
address because I have a special
my tree.
present. I have a special present for all of y'all,
Oh, okay.
and it's funny. It's funny. So
Like
y'all get
our
it. I'm
our
gonna FedEx.
our snail mail address.
Snail
No,
mail, yeah.
yes, but I'm gonna FedEx it from my work, so it'll
Oh.
get there like next day priority, and I'm gonna probably FedEx it on Monday.
If
just-
you send it FedEx, girl, it may sit at the hub over here in Kernersville for a solid week.
No,
before
I'm
I get it.
gonna priority it. I'm gonna pay through my work, so
You might
it'll
want
be
to send
there.
it by UPS. Just saying.
Does everyone have their J.R. Ewing ornament?
Mine's on my tree.
I don't.
Oh, I don't put it
I-
on the tree. I have my South Fork one
ordered
on the
them
tree.
like
I keep
5
this
years
in my
ago.
room
I
year
got
round.
lost in them.
I had the South Fork one on my tree, and then my tree fell over and it broke. So then I had to replace it with JR. It's
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
on my shelf.
I
Right
actually sent that ornament to
Hey, stop.
Sharon Henderson and Josh Henderson. I sent them each one a couple of years ago of the J.R. Ewing one, and
Cool.
They have it up on they have it up on their trees. So
I actually found it on.
Well, right
I-
after Mary posted that, today's Thursday, so Monday night, my tree fell over in my den.
wait a minute, is
And
this
I happened to
going
think,
around?
Thank God I was there, but 5 ornaments fell off. 3 were okay. 1, my favorite, broke into shattered. And then the other one, it was okay, but it was one my kid made me in kindergarten, which now she's 20. I put on my table. Opie kept trying to get it, and I kept scooting it back until he fixed the tree. Well, Tuesday morning, I got up. Stop it. Opie, stop. Opie.
Bad Opie.
He's trying
Opie,
to
go
eat.
find Anthony.
And so, the next morning I got in the shower and I came out and he had this rubber band hanging out of his, and I was like, because what it was, Hayden had made me this toilet paper roll, painted brown, like a reindeer, and it had 4 rubber bands for the arms
a
and legs.
kindergarten ornament. Yes.
Yes, and she's 20, so it's 15 years old.
Yeah.
So
My mom still has
he
all
had
mine.
one.
I have one
rubber band hanging out of his mouth. I grabbed that.
Oh my
I
god.
found 2 more. That means he swallowed 1. I found not one piece of the ornament. So he ate the entire roll. And so
Oh
I
my
told
God.
Hayden and I was like bawling, crying. She goes, Mom, I'll make you another. I was like, you're 20. It's not the
Not the same.
She goes, Mom, Merry Christmas. I'll make you another one. I said, I
Aw.
want it. I want it Christmas Day. So she's
You
going to make
know,
me another.
I
The-
had a fake 3-foot tall Christmas tree for like, I don't know, a couple years when I first moved out on my own. And then I got Sam. She's 12 now. She was 3 months old the last time I had a Christmas tree in my house.
Because she,
Well, it's a fake 3-foot tall Christmas tree, and she was a 12-week old kitten. So you can imagine how that went down. Flying
Right.
leaf, woo! The tree went, and I was like, "Oh God, never again! Not as long as you're alive." So if I do get a tree, it's gonna be in a house of my own where I have a formal living room where I can shut the doors.
it doesn't work. The only way we did last year, our Christmas tree, Opie was a puppy. And so we
Ah.
put this picket fence around our tree, which looked fucking stupid, but it worked. So this year we didn't do anything. He hadn't touched it. But then once it fell over, he realized there's ornaments. So now he's going to be going and sniffing it and trying to get like the little ones. I'm like, no, and I'm spanking him, and it's just horrible. It's
Okay,
horrible.
this tree falling over thing seems contagious.
Okay, Melly sent, I just said Melly.
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 Melly
Then-
Vanilli.
Melly.
So Josh, send me your address. Mary, go ahead and send me yours. I know I have it, but go ahead, just so I have
Okay.
all 3 in a row. And I'm gonna try to, if I can't get them tomorrow, I'm gonna mail them on Monday. So y'all either get them Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna overnight them.
Okay.
Can we just put all our addresses in the group chat so we can, if we want
Yeah.
to do holiday cards too, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
just do
put it in our
I-
group chat.
Literally, I want to mail them tomorrow or Monday.
okay, so
Yeah, we'll get it.
everyone
If we're not
put
Monday
theirs in
or
because
Okay.
I
But they're
said
so
I said I wasn't doing holiday cards, and then I got one in the mail and another, and I said, oh, now I feel obligated, so I had to print a box of 20. So
We didn't do those.
good. Look at you, you domestic holiday motherfucker.
hey, eat coal, pound coal, yeah.
The DH MF domestic holiday motherfucker.
Y'all,
Domestic holiday, motherfucker.
Oh,
Scott
man.
makes fun of me, and even my ex-husband. Opie, stop! God damn it, he's trying to get the
He
pot.
needs to go into house.
God damn it.
I would have loved to have heard Andy Griffith yell at Opie like that on the show.
For real.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Opie.
Scott makes fun of me, and so did my ex-husband, actually, even my kids. Like I always say, I fucking hate Christmas. And it's only because I have so many memories of like family stuff at Christmas. And then my parents got divorced, and then blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And then so I love to decorate. Don't get me wrong. My house is Clark Griswold. Don't get me wrong. But I just do not like Christmas. And so my husband is like, he loves his family. His mom is real big. Like she's so sweet at Christmas. Like she is the biggest Christmas person ever. So I've gotten better over the last 2 years. But I'm like, and then my son calls today and he was like, I can't come on Saturday to Christmas and I can't come Sunday to Hayden's birthday. And I was like, why? He goes, because Stephanie, which is stepmom, has COVID. He's been exposed. So now he's at his dad's for 15 days. So I said, you can't even come to our Christmas on the 26th. He was like, well, let's just see if I get it. I'm going to quarantine until then. And I was like, I can't not have my kids on Christmas. Like, I can't. And so I'm like, this is exactly why I fucking hate Christmas. Something always happens. So y'all make Christmas happy for me.
My mother is visiting my sister in Colorado. She was supposed to come back tonight, but because we had that snowstorm.
I didn't know your sister lived in Colorado.
Yeah, she's coming back tomorrow, but she needs to quarantine for 2 weeks or get the corona test somewhere where they give out the test.
It doesn't. Even if she gets it tomorrow, she needs to still wait like 5 or 6 days before she even gets it, because you don't have any symptoms. I promise you.
But in Massachusetts, you need to get a test within 3 days of traveling, of entering the state, or quarantine for 14 days, which would take her right through till New Year's. Mm-hmm. But she is someone that will say she's someone that her definition of quarantining means, oh well, I can go to the store, I can go to the gym, I can do that. She doesn't. She thinks she's exempt from.
Well, the thing is,
other people get it.
This is the thing. They say if you've had it, you can't get it for 3 months, but they don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, but nobody knows anything
before Halloween, but you don't know. Okay. So if Anthony quarantines until the 26th, that means he's only quarantined 9 days. So if he comes here on the 26th and he brings it into our home, Hayden hasn't had it. Her boyfriend hasn't had it. But me and Scott have. But we don't really know if that 3-month thing really counts. So that means he's exposing all 4 of us. But I don't know. I don't want to not see my kid on Christmas. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So should I let him come? I smell weed. OB! I think he got it. Oh my God.
Go check.
Your dog got weed?
He got the ornament. He may have gotten the weed. Go check.
Go check.
Don't
No,
let
it's
that
right
go.
there.
Go. Oh.
Obi, come here. Obi!
No, wait a minute. Does it smell like he got into the bag?
No, it smells like weed.
Or like somebody smoking it?
Scott has a jar, but I see it. It's fine. And then I see a pipe, and I see a dugout thing.
You got neighbors?
And then I see a grinder, but I don't see anything missing. So how did he? Oh, and a mason jar, but I don't see anything. But I shit you not. Me just licked it. It made it smell.
No, she's inside.
Are you outside? Do you have neighbors?
Yeah, but she's pregnant and he's 92 years old.
So?
Oh, and by the way,
if I were the 92-year-old, I'd be choking up all day long.
No, by the way, my old boyfriend, he used to make pot brownies. Okay, but you have to like get the weed and put the coconut oil,
the butter. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I never knew
I'm
how
not
to do it.
saying how I know this.
No, but guess what?
Right. How do you know this?
I now know how. My friend showed me. So next week, my friend is bringing me a big old thing of flour. And I'm gonna do my first batch of brownies.
That's awesome.
So if I mail them, will I get in trouble?
No, I don't think they're not gonna open. I mean, put it in like sealing
But
bags.
like, what if I wrap it?
You're not supposed to send food,
and then I FedEx
begin
to
with.
y'all.
Well, my grandmother.
Why? Who are you sending this to?
I will send it to y'all.
No, I can't have it, girl.
I'll give y'all I'll give y'all my test tasters.
I can't. I literally can't do it because if they random test me at work and I pop positive, my career is gone.
Okay, well, I have a new thing.
I love you, but I can't.
I'll send you a new thing because my nephew's wife told us about the stuff you buy at the GNC. Well, it's the vitamin store here.
What, a cleanser? I don't trust those things.
It's different. I said the same thing. She took it the day before. You're supposed to drink a half a bottle. She drank the whole and drink water. The next day she tested negative, and she had smoked like 2 blunts the day before. And Scott did it.
This could get expensive, Sarah. Don't tell me this. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Look, Scott has random.
JK.
He texted negative. I have a bottle in there. I'll send you a picture. I shit you not. You can get it from the vitamin store. You can order it online. It's like 20 or 30 bucks.
Mary, are
But
you
it is
putting this on
totally worth it.
Facebook unedited?
I could edit it if you want me to.
See, I don't smoke anything, but I love to have me like a fudge at night sometimes. But I don't have
edibles and all that stuff. It's just I gotta be.
Hey,
real.
I keep gummies in the house.
I haven't consumed
my friend from
marijuana in
coming
years
Monday,
because of
and
my
Scott
dog.
already texted her. Wait, where's my dog?
Trust
Oh,
me.
Winston! Oh my God.
I saw that bill go to Congress, like the Senate floor, and Mitch McConnell was like, "Oh, in the middle of this pandemic, they want to bring marijuana to the floor," and I was like, "Motherfucker, they put a bill on your desk in May that you haven't passed. Shut the hell up!" But that's besides the point. Why not legalize it? Get it over with. Treat it like this, so we can all be a little and a little chill, and maybe half the country would calm the fuck down.
No,
And
that because this
Do you know,
is
you know
my
how
point.
much, you know how much revenue they would raise?
And that
Right?
too, we'd have a
Okay.
surplus. No
Yes, but
deficit.
I'm
It has
It's-
helped Washington a lot. Let's just say.
It's also the way I feel about prostitution.
Yeah.
They should legalize that, because not only do the workers,
if you're willing to do it, then
not only do
there's
not only do they have
not-
to, they get tested on a regular basis, and they're
Mhm.
they're bounced out if they're dirty, but it also serves
Well,
to
they could
protect.
also get treatment right away and not have to go for several months with none, which
we're
could
not
do
knowing.
some
Yeah.
Right,
damage.
but and they also, it legitimizes the business, and they could get special, both
Less
the
women would get hurt and killed.
right, both
But that's
the
my thing
both
is-
both the employee and the customer would be more protected. There would be protections,
And
Exactly.
the employee
and the
And
revenue that would be
taxes.
raised.
file taxes and
Yes.
write off expenses.
Yes, but my thing is if it's not
Nevada is doing it the right way outside
exactly,
Vegas.
you can call it whatever you want to call it. But my thing is if it's prostitution or it's whatever you want to call it, I don't care. My thing is you are in it, it's your job, and you're servicing and someone's paying for the service, then it's not rape or anything like that. It is a service. So yes, tax them, call it a job, and
And the
move
amount of
on.
money and
That's
the
what
amount
I
of revenue,
believe.
the amount of tax revenue that can be raised to go into the economy.
Mhm.
Hey, guess what? And if they're filing, if you're working for a corporation or for yourself and you're filing a W-2 or a 1099 or something like that, guess what? Federal unemployment benefits in times of a pandemic. Oh my God!
Would
That
they
too.
would they call their form a W-69?
Pandemic, everyone
Sure.
wants to have so okay.
I had
I'm
to.
gonna
Okay,
go
that was good. That was good. I'm gonna give that one.
I had to. I had to.
It's
Hey, what did you say?
what I'm this.
Said,
I
would they
said, would-
file a
would-
W-69? It was good. I'm gonna give it to you.
Good job, Josh. Okay, I'm gonna go and fill my
Well,
drink up.
I've
Come
actually
back,
had
we're gonna start Dallas.
right. I've actually had to go to New Hampshire several times this week for work, and they're on the
tax?
list. They're on the list. When you come into Massachusetts from New Hampshire, you have to quarantine for 14 days. But thankfully, we read deep into the rules,
You
and
gotta read into the executive orders, man. You gotta read into them.
right,
Like you said.
right, because if
they're
if you're commuting for work purposes,
Mhm.
you don't need to quarantine for 14 days.
That makes no sense.
That's why we got to read all the executive orders as they come out and as they're amended, because some of them make no sense whatsoever. None.
The only people entering Massachusetts that don't have to quarantine are Vermont and Hawaii.
In Maine, or did that change?
That changed. Which is why my in-laws, my sister's in-laws, when they come down every week, they go get tested every single week because they don't want to. And we have a very small group. It's them, my sister and her family,
You have a bubble, yeah.
and us. We have our little bubble. And I have a couple of people outside the bubble that I see. So
Yeah, well, I've basically seen the same people this whole time. I don't go out to, there have been some bars that opened up. I don't go to those. If I'm at, I go to like one or two local craft beer places, and one of them doesn't have any indoor seating whatsoever. So it's always outside. Um, just basically, it's the same people I've seen this whole time. And I
Yeah.
also wear my mask everywhere I go other than like home. So
I went to the town dump to take the yard trash away, and the signs right there say you have to wear your mask and in Massachusetts you have to wear it when you're out in public. Period.
Don't.
Finish.
now
So
outside, away from people,
Hold-
I have an issue with that.
Come on, Abby.
I don't know.
so I get to the dump and I'm there, and the guy at the car next to me has no mask on, and I said, you need a mask, and he's like, F you, and I'm going. I just looked at him. I go, why don't you do it first? And then I just walked away.
Sarah's being eaten by her dog.
Yeah, he
Oh.
wants the ball. He
I was
wants the
gonna say-
ball.
Josh, that is
No,
an asshole
Abby,
definition.
no.
OP.
Right.
OP
Damn
naughty.
it. I had to flip it there.
But when
Watch.
I will admit, when I'm in the woods with the dog and there's absolutely nobody,
Sit. Lay.
I pull it down.
Leg.
And as soon as I see anybody from a distance, it comes back up.
God damn it.
There you go. That's what
Abby, stop.
I wear it if I'm by myself on a walk on a road, no one's around. I don't wear it, but if I'm by anyone, I put it on.
I do too.
And I
No.
don't go into anywhere except the store. That's
And
grocery store's the
what I do is if I am out with the dog, I have it. But when I'm away from people and I'm in the woods, I drop it down around my neck and then I'll pull it
Stop.
back up.
right,
if I have-
exactly. Yeah. Okay, Dallas, should we do that?
Yes.
We actually chose
Go on
some
now.
off-topic topics tonight, didn't we?
I
Lots
didn't even
of
really have.
topics.
I skimmed. I didn't even see what the topics were.
I think
'cause
we were trying to
I've
come
been
up with
shoveling.
topics that were Christmas related, which was kind of hard for Dallas.
Yeah, because there's no Christmas Dallas episode.
I know.
Or
which is
Thanksgiving.
sad.
which I'm going to throw out my theory. When we are we at that point? Can I throw it out?
we're,
or-
yeah, we're at throw it. throw it.
Okay.
It's the DOA, man. We can say whatever.
You're recording,
Right.
right?
Well,
Mary's recording, right?
they talk about how they never had any Christmas episodes in Dallas and all that stuff. But you see them on
Well,
Knott's
Thanksgiving.
Landing. They had Thanksgiving. They had Christmas.
Yeah.
And my theory is the Dallas equivalent of the holiday episodes are the oil barons balls and the
I mean, that's true.
barbecues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the old.
And the
Those are
rodeos.
those and the rodeos. Those are their holiday episodes in my book.
We have
Yeah.
one reference to Christmas I remember where Sue Ellen threw a perfume bottle at JR.
A
and he was
perfume.
like, what the hell? Like $300 an ounce, something like that.
That was like the first season, right?
I think.
Yeah.
That
was
was
the
like that.
I believe Miss Sally referenced made a Christmas reference in the Dream season.
Yeah, but that was season what?
And then of
5?
course, Conundrum is basically It's a Wonderful Life, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question though.
Hey, Opie. And
He's
Opie's
bugging the
butt.
fuck out of me. My dog. Opie, stop. God damn it.
And that's
Okay,
something we very
so-
rarely saw in Dallas for dogs.
Exactly. Wait, I had a question and I just totally forgot it. It slipped my mind. Keep talking. but
I'm going to post on our Instagram, Facebook. When I was down in 2012, after Larry had passed, and they had the public event for him at the ranch. The ranch was decorated for Christmas, so I took a lot of
Mhm.
pictures, and
Cool.
I'm going to post those up this week.
Uh,
And I'll maybe I'll throw up some of my South Fork cowboy pictures too.
You
so
totally
what was the year? What was the year that we were there? 08.
Oh wait.
Oh, 8, yes, November.
And 18.
And then we were there again in 18.
Right.
Are we gonna have a 50th, do you think? What are
I
your
think-
thoughts on
Officially, probably not.
I do. I think because honestly, I think Steve, Linda, Bobby, and
Patrick, you mean?
Patrick, excuse me. Patrick and Charlene will all be alive then.
Linda will
So I
be
do think-
80,
I think
88,
that I think
88?
that
87, 88 going on.
Right.
yeah,
I
but
mean,
look at
She's the
but
next
look at
Betty
Ken
White.
Percival.
I mean, let's be
Look at
honest.
Ken that look at on the 40th, Ken was how old? He was old.
He was
80 what? Josh, do you know?
He died at what, 84,
83 or
83,
84.
83, 84?
Well,
So he was
My-
about
Or
80.
before.
So
He was
he
old.
was like 80.
my
So
feelings,
I do think that we will have a 50th.
my
And
feelings
if we do, even if I have to pay for you to fucking get there, we are all for it.
Okay.
We still need to go down and do an overnight at South Fork Ranch.
yeah, we'll
Okay.
do that before then.
Okay.
But
so
I think
let me ask
for
something. Let me ask
something like that though, they should really bring in maybe a Morgan Brittany and Audrey Landers, some of
Yes.
those
okay,
Other
let me
people.
ask this.
caliber of people.
Yeah.
So in January or February, I'm not sure which month, I'm gonna get like an $8,000 bonus. Okay.
Damn.
If I get this bonus,
Jeez, I
If
want
y'all-
some of that.
listen, if y'all pay your plane tickets to get there, if I pay for South Fork and we can get South Fork to agree to let us stay for like a Friday, Saturday, or whatever, and for free, and then whatever we have to do, if we want to stay Sunday too and get a hotel, whatever, we'll worry about that.
Or
You'd
like
have-
an
If I can do that,
or like
but if let's
Get them
say
to let
it's
us stay there for free. I feel like that might be hard.
not free, I'm saying like if
or
it's like
severely
what do we say
discounted
it was
rate.
for 4 people? What do we say? Like 1,600? What do we say it was? I don't remember. Like for if you get
1978.
okay, so let's just say I paid the 1978 for us to stay there overnight. Okay, if y'all pay your plane tickets to fly in, and then we all split like a double queen room for the next night. We'll spend the night in South Fork that night or whatever. Can y'all do that?
Or an Airbnb. I can do any of that as long as
I would
COVID is
like-
kind of handled.
I would like an Airbnb because
More room.
more room.
I'll find one. But if that's okay,
You can find that.
we got to stay there the night we fly in. We'll spend the night at South Fork the next night, and then we'll stay one more night.
At least 3 bedrooms.
No, well, yeah.
Or
And
do that.
if
We'll
we
figure it out.
and if we want to split up, I'll sleep on the couch. I don't care.
I think that we should
But what
plan
I'm
it
saying-
for like maybe this time next year or like next November or something. So there's enough time for everything to work itself
That'd be
out. So
cool.
it's
I want
for
to
sure
do it though when
doable.
it's warm. I want to do like
it's
we went.
Texas, it's warm.
You want to be able
Wait,
to
when
shove
we-
somebody in the damn pool? Is that what you want? Yeah.
Wait, when was our 40th? Was that was March, April?
Yeah.
That was a good time. It was cool at night, warm in the day.
It was right around Easter weekend. It was Easter.
I don't
weekend.
think this year it will. I mean, I don't think shit's gonna be
I don't
So-
think Corona's
okay,
going to
so
be.
maybe
gone by-
like-
no,
maybe
next year.
summertime.
or the
Maybe
summer.
summertime.
because
And then
they're talking about
Obi.
they're talking about John and Jane Doe getting the vaccine between April and June, and then
Okay,
you got to do 2
so-
rounds of it. So I think
I
It's
will.
gonna take
Okay,
one.
so y'all
Gonna
handle plane tickets. I'll handle the South Fork bill, but
That's very generous.
Josh has to message Josh Henderson and tell him to come. For Melanie.
For me? Really?
Deal,
I mean,
Josh. If you can
he doesn't
get
have to.
Josh to come, I'll pay for all of y'all South Fork.
You know what
That's
you
the
gotta
deal.
do? You know what you gotta do? You gotta take this clip, Mary, and put it on our
He didn't
podcast.
have to get on
Facebook
her.
page.
Let's just say,
No, no,
come
no,
hang
girl.
out with us.
I'm saying take this clip and put it
Mhm.
on our Facebook page, just this little clip, and tag Josh Henderson, and it'd be like, you up for the challenge?
He's not in our Facebook though.
Okay,
No, I'm
look.
talking about the page.
I
Oh,
know,
the
but
page, not the group.
Let's get him on that. Then and
It's
then
okay.
Josh, you tag him, and I'll say I will pay for all 4 of us for a night at South Fork plus one more if
I don't know
Josh. will
I don't know
come.
if we'll get him for that, but if we were like raising money for charity somehow,
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. We can say if Josh Henderson comes, we will give 20% of whatever I spend on South Fork to charity.
or we could try
Of
to raise
his
money
choice.
through the podcast.
A charity of his choice, yeah.
Yeah, we'll say anything raised through podcast, And then anything not raised through podcast that meets 20% of what I spent on South Fork, I will donate to his charity choice.
It's an idea.
I will.
Good idea.
Me personally, I will do it. If he'll come
I-
and say,
I'm
have it.
I'm back at this $8,000 bonus.
I know, right?
Actually, it's $884.20. I already know, and I'm gonna
Wow.
get it in February. So
And I'm
Stop.
just getting
884 or 8,000.
800. No, $8,084.20. That's my bonus in February.
Damn, girl, bonus? Holy shit.
where do you work?
That's almost a year's worth of
Because-
rent for me. Holy
No, because
fuck.
that's because I'm
A year's
partnering.
worth of rent? Jesus Christ.
No, I've worked there 20
Almost.
years, and now I'm a partner, and
Oh.
that's
must
my
have
bonus.
cheap rent, man.
My rent is 9,000 a year.
Holy
Our rent is
shit, that's
15
so cheap.
That is our
$750.
rent.
Dang.
It is cheap.
Our
And I
rent's
have this whole
$1,500
house.
a month.
So-
Our rent's $1,500 a month. Now our rent's $1,300 a month
I'm-
here at my house, but
I'm
our work
blessed.
is $1,500.
Bless.
So my friend lives, I was just discussing how much it costs to live in my super small town in Washington. Because a friend wanted to move here. So I asked my friend who lives in a really shitty, super haunted apartment
Oh,
that
God.
kind of smells like, it always smells like pot and butt all the time.
Pot
That's
and
great.
butts.
That's great.
Yeah. And she paid,
God.
and it's a studio that it kind of an uneven floor. And I think she pays $1,200 a month for it.
Wait, where does she live?
My town, Snoqualmie, Washington.
Oh
And
my
that's not even,
God.
it's 45 minutes from Seattle.
Okay.
I live in little tiny Thomasville, North Carolina, and well, it's not really tiny. But anyways,
Not
my-
tiny.
my landlady hasn't gone up on my rent since I moved in. God
Well, it's
bless
just-
her.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, and
I wa-
they take care of my
What-
lawn, and they take my trash to the end of the road.
Wait,
Oh
what do
my
you pay?
God.
Yeah.
I
What do
want to
you pay?
Airbnb at Laura
$750.
Palmer's house.
What?
I know the lady who lives there. She doesn't Airbnb it, but I can get you in.
But girl,
She was in the
My house
the
is-
last
Yep.
scene, wasn't
Yeah,
she?
her
And
name
I
is
don't-
Mary. Her name is Mary Reber. She's very nice.
but I also pay for everything myself. If my rent was any higher if I lived anywhere else, which trust me, if I moved from here, it would be higher. I couldn't
Okay.
afford it.
I have a house, and my house is 3-2, and I take my trash out and I do all of my shit. Like I fix my refrigerator and everything, and it's $1,300 a month. But I will say though, Mary, I looked
I
at a house,
replaced my
my
smoke
daughter in New
detectors
York.
myself.
and it was
That's a good thing to
studio-
do and know
was
how
a-
to do.
It was a studio,
Hardwired,
like-
by the way.
the
Oh.
second shittiest part of town, because I didn't want her to live in the shittiest. I was afraid. And it was $1,700 a month for a studio in New York in the second shittiest part of town.
Hell no. How
And
did
then
people
our
survive?
best
That's
friend's
like
daughter,
Seattle. That's like Seattle right now.
well, our best friend's daughter, she works for not Michael Kors. What's the girl that committed suicide? Kate Spade.
Kate Spade.
Who?
She works for her company.
She's a designer.
And she has a studio
Oh.
in like a pretty nice part of town, and it's $1,700 a month. And it's not even that great. It's a studio. It's not even like a bedroom and a bath. It's a room and a bath. Like
my
that's all
God.
it is.
Any relation to David Spade?
I don't think so.
I don't know. No, but
What-
no.
what's the-
no,
what's the
actually,
name?
I think they're cousins.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
Kate
think they
Spade.
are related. Yeah,
No,
I think they
yeah,
are.
Are they?
I saw a documentary. They are cousins or something.
What?
Yes.
I think they
I didn't
are,
know
yeah.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually did see a
So
documentary.
Josh,
It
you
was
saw
on-
Twin Peaks season 3, right?
What's that?
You saw Twin Peaks season 3?
Yeah,
I
what
did
about it?
not.
So that apartment my friend lives in is the same. It's a same apartment complex that was Kirsten Hayward's apartment complex in season 3.
Well, see,
Oh.
that's worth the money then.
No, no. They,
Is it? I don't know.
Kate Spade is was David Spade's sister-in-law. They weren't cousins.
There you go. See, I knew they were related.
Sister-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spade was her married name.
Huh.
Oh.
And then she
Wow.
committed suicide.
She did.
And
which
then
is
they have-
crazy.
They had some documentary on him, and he was like, I don't want to comment. Like, he
Yeah,
wouldn't even
that's-
talk about it.
Right, that would be hard.
Hmm.
She passed away the same
So-
year Anthony Bourdain
so-
did, right?
Huh?
Like there was a whole bunch of them that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of celebrity suicides, kind of.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, should we talk about Dallas?
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
I'm
girl.
getting
Once
The,
again,
the city or the football team? No.
I'm sorry, girl. Once again,
well,
we got off
Dallas
on
Cowboys.
tangent, and
Because
you
we're
got
gonna make this an hour, and we're already at an hour, and we haven't talked about Dallas more.
Fuck! We didn't talk
Okay.
about Dallas.
So I'm just gonna throw this out there. I
Okay.
saw something on somebody's page. I don't know who, but it was about Jamie Ewing, and I'm gonna go there right now because
Okay.
I love Jamie Ewing. So, what is your favorite Jamie Ewing episode? Go.
I kind of like where, I mean, it's not my favorite scene, but I definitely like where she stands up to JR about, like, it was the whole confrontation. Like, she had seen him, like, making out with Serena, getting in the elevator.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
calling him on it, and Sue Ellen heard, and she was like, "What the fuck?" Because supposedly things were good
Mhm.
between them, and Jamie was like, "You were kissing her and groping her and blah blah blah," and he was like so insulted that he kicked her out, and I'm like,
Because she stands up to him. Yeah.
"Dude,
No, I love that too.
no, like
She-
she called you on your shit. You know you did wrong."
She's the only character to die twice on the show.
That's
Exactly.
True. That's true.
Although once was a
Oh.
dream.
So, Josh, what was your favorite scene?
Scene or episode or
Well, both.
I think it was the whole sequence where she shoved Mara Lee in the pool
Yes.
barbecue.
Yes.
You stole
I
mine.
love that.
Okay, but yes.
And then she pulled out the document at
Yes.
Yeah.
to end that whole sequence.
That is mine too. That was
I-
exactly mine.
I also liked when JR's trying to test her at the very beginning, and she keeps answering all of his questions.
All of them. And it seems like for a second she's not going to.
Tumbleweed,
She was
tumbleweed.
Yes.
like,
Well, my
"Is
favorite-
this?"
She was like, "Really? You gonna make me do this, motherfucker?"
Of course,
Mary, what are you gonna say?
who can forget when she staggers up to the driveway while they're all sitting at the pool and she's all in her ragamuffin clothes and
No.
That's like me on a Saturday, whatever.
She was like the Ewing that should have been, and she just kind of came up. It was
That
good.
would be
I
like
like
me
her.
walking up
That's
the
why I
South
like
Park.
her.
you know it's
That's
it's
what
in
I'm saying. That's why I like her, because she was like a Ewing, but she came up and she was like, and then she was like, she just wanted to make her place. I don't
Right.
think she really wanted anything. I think she just wanted them to know that she was there.
She's like, "I'm related to you. We're family. Like, let's hang out." And they were like, "Yeah, but
I think she wanted the family, not the
look
fortune.
around this
I
table.
really
We can't
do.
see family from the outsiders here. You know, what I'm
She was
saying?
probably the only
Shut up,
character
JR.
besides Pam that I think wanted the family, the unity,
Yeah.
not the fortune. But
Yeah.
my favorite scene, this is horrible. I love whenever she gets, I think it's in the dream season, I think. She gets run over by all the barrels of oil and she supposedly dies. That's my favorite scene. She's like, ah! And then it's like it cuts off.
And
That's
then
my favorite scene.
and they have to bring in the professor from Gilligan's Island as the sheriff who's going looking for
Yes.
looking
She
for
almost
Jack
dies.
Ewing.
She almost dies, and then she actually
Yes.
dies, and then it was all a dream, and then she dies again. I mean,
right." They were just like, "We just really want to kill her off." So
we
I
need
mean,
to talk to
she-
Jenna Lee Harrison.
Okay,
by
so
the way.
her-
She gets blown up in Jack's car by Angelica Nero, and then
y'all, and Jack it was so sad. He was like,
and
like,
that was
it was
Jack.
that was a waste of a good red car too.
no, but y'all,
and then she dies off camera for good in that avalanche rock
yeah, that's
climbing
pretty lame.
accident.
Very-
And the
I
woman
understand.
the
Back
woman
on
who
Ireland.
the woman who was with her, the roommate or the friend that they
Amy
went
Yazbek,
I forgot all
yes,
that.
John Ritter's wife.
Mrs. John Ritter, who by the way has popped up on a Mel Brooks fan site group on Facebook, and people were like, I saw the post from her, and people were like, "How do we know this is really Amy Yazbek?" And
I can't take you seriously with that bow right now.
why not?
The alcohol is flowing.
Everybody has
But
the
why
same
not?
hat but Melanie. Melanie's like, I'm gonna get a fucking bow.
Well, I couldn't find my elf hat.
I like
and
it.
I
I
own a
like it.
Santa hat.
I like it a lot.
I
Alright,
could
different, but
break out the
like it a lot.
It's like a pimp
I like
hat.
it
What's
all.
up?
The Santa pimp hat.
No,
Pimp
Yeah.
juice. Ooh. Oh, hold on.
no.
No pimp hat. Oh,
I
I
like.
think
I
it's-
like. The Santa
No, I
hat
like
one.
it.
I
I
think
like
she's
you
saying-
have a plethora of Santa hats. Like for any situation, there's a Santa hat.
I even have the
Okay.
Rasta Santa hat with the
Oh,
with the
All right,
Of course
white
you do.
tips.
I've got a DOA question. Okay.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is random.
Okay.
Okay.
Roof.
So I'm gonna address to Mary first,
Okay.
then Melanie, then Josh. Are you ready?
Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Ready?
No. Shut up. That was my dog. Nobody speak over. Are you ready?
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Mary.
Okay.
Out of every scene from season 1 until the end, what is your favorite scene and why?
That is a huge question to just be like right now.
No. Go.
Okay.
Quick. Go.
It's gonna be a Jenna scene. It's gonna be a Jenna and Bobby scene.
I
And
knew it.
okay, so probably okay, give me a second. It's gonna be like when they first started dating again and they're like talking and season like 1983 times. And I think maybe like when he's asking her to go to the oil baron's ball and then she goes to the oil baron's ball, like that whole thing. I love that. And then I love the whole part where that at the oil baron's ball and there's that bathroom scene between like Jenna's
Yes.
there with Sue Ellen and then Pam and Catherine and who
I do
else?
love that.
Someone huh?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then they're all like and it's awesome.
Exactly. Melanie, same question.
Oh my god.
I know it, Mom.
You know, is there any context or just like whatever?
Anything.
Anything that your favorite scene from
A
Dallas.
lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
Oh my god. Like I feel like every time I get asked this question, my answer changes.
It's okay. It's by
Because
mood. By mood.
okay, yeah, it's by mood because I have
Yeah.
like 5 or 10.
Dude, but
Just
just
pick the
right
one that
now,
comes to your
let's
head
know
right now.
the first one that came to your mind.
Okay, you know what that one is?
What?
It's in the new series when John Ross confronts Sue Ellen in the kitchen about her drinking again.
That's a powerful scene.
That's a good one.
And he
Yes.
was like, "Why the hell are you doing this
It's
to yourself
very
again?"
good
And she's like, "You did this to me, you and your father." And he's like, "I am not my father." I mean, it was like,
That was a good scene.
I
it
remember.
was amazing.
I remember when we saw that. I was actually sitting next to Sharon at the House of Blues in Dallas, and knowing some background information about Josh Henderson, Sharon broke down, and it was like all I could do was just
Because he's not his father, right?
right.
Mhm.
And all I could do was just put my arm around Sharon while she just cried, and it was just
Ah,
Because
awful.
his emotion was raw, and
it was. That was either some amazing acting or maybe some method acting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Close runner-up. Well, at this very moment, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
would be Sue Ellen's eulogy for Jr.
Yes.
Yeah.
At this very moment, I don't know. They all
No,
these
yeah,
favorite scenes of mine flip flop around in my mind.
Uh-huh. That's I had like a loop in my head, like
It's a rotating. It's a merry-go-round. Woo.
Yeah.
So Josh, what is yours?
Again, we're talking about
The
something
whole
that
series or new series. What's your favorite scene?
we're talking
this
about
very
something that
moment.
ran over 17 years. Here.
I know that's
I
why
mean,
it's
I-
hard.
I mean,
Sorry.
I have mine. You're done. I'm going to say mine, but what is yours?
Well, try the strategy that they gave me. Like, pick whatever comes to your mind right now, because there's so
yeah,
many. Of
it's
them.
the first one
Okay.
in your mind.
I'm gonna go with when I watched from the time I was like literally in kindergarten
Mhm.
straight through,
Me
and
too. Me too.
I'm gonna go with the moment where the show actually clicked,
Yeah, it's
For
a good
me?
one. Yeah.
and it was JR and Ray having that fight that caused the
Mhm.
fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the fun and what also struck me with that scene was you could tell it was on a soundstage because the walls were shaking.
That's true too.
Yeah.
But
That's a good one.
that is when the whole thing really clicked,
Stop.
and it just went whoop like this.
Yeah.
But
No, I agree.
yeah, but
here.
but I always have this image in my head of the day after Pam and Bobby's divorce, when they're in Mark Grayson's fancy car, on the side of the street.
Uh-huh.
Boy.
It's
Good boy.
Pam, Afton.
They're all
Cliff,
fucking hungover as shit.
Yes, they're all freaking hungover. that image always just pops into my head every time I'm in Dallas. I'm just like, I want to be in that. I want to be in that side of the road and just
in that fancy car for sure.
In the fancy car,
which Mark had in his will that was supposed to be maintained for X number of time after he died.
Like what? Okay.
What do you care? You're dead. I mean, you
guess he was a car guy. I don't know.
I don't know.
The oddest will provision ever.
Okay. Well,
that's my scene for this moment in time.
Okay,
for this moment,
well,
we can.
For this moment, I will say that mine, and it will always forever be, and I cannot help this because I watched it when I was a kid, and then I watched it again the year I graduated high school when I was my first job. I was a freshman in college. I watched it on TNT or something.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was? TNT?
I think it was
Or
TNN.
Or TNN, yeah.
The Nashville network.
And so I remember I saw this one more than once, and it just always sticks in my head. It was the dream season, or right before, and it was called the Swan Song.
Oh.
And it was whenever Pam is holding Bobby
season
in
finale.
his
arms.
She's like, no!
Yes.
The 90-minute special, the 90-minute episode.
And people make fun of Victoria Principal, but that was her best acting scene she has ever done. She cried like a baby. It was my most favorite.
It almost made me
ever.
feel bad, even though I don't love them.
I cry.
And
I shit you not.
Remember in 2004 Return to South Fork?
Mm-hmm.
And she and Patrick were talking. She said she doesn't even remember crawling across the driveway.
Y'all, she had a white outfit on.
To his
white or cream.
Yeah. And that was the scene when somehow Patrick put his boots on, and then he was wearing dark shoes when he got run over by the car. He put on brown boots. He put on brown boots. So somewhere between upstairs and getting run over, he changed his boots to shoes.
You know what?
I don't care because
online.
That scene is my most favorite scene.
You want to get down, baby? Go ahead.
That was the only 5 seconds I disliked Jenna Wade, was because when I saw it originally, and they went to the person who hit Bobby,
right? And you thought it was her.
Catherine had a blonde wig on, so
exactly.
So I thought it was Jenna, and so like for 5 seconds, I was like, "What?" And then my worldview went back to normal.
And Morgan Brittany was pregnant when she shot that scene.
Yeah, that's why they had her in the car.
Oh, because she
had
awesome.
Right.
For as batshit crazy as Catherine was, and even though she tried to break up my favorite couple time and again, I fucking love Catherine. She's an amazing.
No, I do too, and she's fucking batshit crazy. But I do think she brought a lot to the
crazy eyes.
And the perfect time for her to be there.
I did leave out. I did leave out Morgan Brittany's birthday, which was December 5th. She is 69 years old.
I know, and she's still pretty.
So she can fill out the W69 form.
Bit of trivia. What's her birth name?
Fifth.
So,
that's it.
Which is how she was credited in The Birds.
And yours, mine, and ours.
What is her birthday?
God damn it. This
And she-
dog keeps
And
sitting back.
she shares a birthday with Walt Disney.
Who?
Morgan Brittany.
Mary, you're frozen.
Yeah, my electricity went out for a second.
There she
I'm
is. Okay.
idiot.
Mary,
Okay,
it's me,
She's
George.
the host again. Woo! Thank
George
God, because I had no
Glass.
idea what to do.
I
I am
don't.
not-
It says
George
it's,
Glass.
It says it's still recording, so I'm gonna hope. I don't know.
Mary,
Well, you
it's me, George.
Hey, can you give me permission real quick and I'll do a backup?
Sure. Yeah. Um.
Because it named me the host when you disappeared, and I went, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, my electricity flickered, and then everybody
no.
went like froze, and then
No, you froze
yeah.
to us.
I know, but it's the opposite for me, and then it just kicked me off, and I was like, oh
Are you guys having a storm or anything, or is it
no,
just random?
but we get a lot of wind here.
Well, wait a
We're in a
minute.
valley,
Okay.
so it's like
Okay.
so it could be that.
Valley, yeah.
It also is Twin Peaks, and there could be some electrical.
It could be
currents.
Bob. It could be Bob. You never know.
Bob,
There's always
yeah.
electricity in the air.
So
Bobby did it.
Another-
Actually run to the bathroom really quick. You guys keep talking.
yeah, that's a
BRB.
great idea actually. BRB, timeout, bathroom break, drink break, whatever.
Yippee ki yay!
Motherfuckers. Woo!
Mother.
You got
Oh my
a pretty mouth.
Don't say that. I hate that fucking movie.
You like
That movie scares me so bad.
canoe rides?
No, sir. And that's why I don't do canoe rides. 'Cause I'm so fucking scared of that movie. That creeped me out. I was like 7 years old when I saw that movie, and then I saw it again when I was like 24.
Squeal
And I
like
was
a
like-
pig.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. No, sir.
Someone said if you say squeal like a pig to Warren Beatty, he'll punch you in the mouth. No, not Warren Beatty, Ned Beatty, he'll punch you in the mouth.
because that's his shit. No, I do not like that at
But-
all. Opie.
My
Yeah.
reference to Ned Beatty, and the earliest reference I have to him is Otis in
It's Superman. Me too.
Otis.
So when I saw
Otis.
that-
Otis. Wait, Otis. Next time, please
That's
wait
what
till I
I'm
wait.
So when I
Otis.
saw him in that
Otis.
movie, it
Next
screwed
time,
me up.
wait till Otis. Next time, wait till I'm out of the pool to put my robe on.
See, that's what I'm saying. I always just want to see him in Superman. I don't want to see him in that. That freaks me out. It creeps me out. I don't like it.
What are we talking
Ned
about?
Beatty,
Deliverance.
Deliverance. That movie. Look, I love.
I seen it
horror
once
movies,
years ago.
Did
but
everybody see
that
the video?
movie-
Did everybody see the video I posted of the dog running in the snow this morning?
No, I love a dog in the
God.
snow though.
Oh God, I did it in slow motion. I'm gonna put it in here.
Okay. Is it on Instagram? Because I'd totally go check it out.
So I asked
Yeah,
my
but
question.
I'm gonna post it here right now.
Okay.
Stop. I asked my question. Y'all ask your DOA question.
And
Okay.
I put it in my Instagram story with music, so Christmas
Okay.
music. So it'll.
Oh my
you can-
god. That is an adorable dog.
Stop.
Cute. Okay, I think Melanie had some questions that she came up with.
All right, Melanie, ask a question for your
Yeah.
DOA.
Okay. I'm trying to go back to where. Okay, here we go. Topics.
Are you looking on your fucking phone?
I sure
Yeah,
am
she
because I
posted it
can't
in the
remember
group.
right now. Yeah, I did post it in the group. Yeah. Okay, so Mary said, "Is there a Christmas-esque question?" But I was like, well, maybe how
No.
Dallas is both relevant and outdated in 2020 with terms and phrases used, attitudes, and even how the new series touched on that in a scientific way with renewable and alternative energy versus oil, as an example. So, like, how Dallas is okay.
It's
How
relevant and not relevant at the same time. Like the
how
different
is
way.
Dallas still relevant to us and then totally outdated at the same time?
I have an answer. I think it's always relevant because, in a way, because it's dealing with relationships. Well, at least good Dallas. I think Dallas's best and strongest storylines dealt with the relationships between people and family and other people, like how they deal with each other. I
Mary.
I think the part that's outdated and wouldn't work today, honestly, just because I think so much has been stolen from Dallas that now that whole, because I feel like Dallas really was the I don't know if they're the genesis, but they really made the anti-hero kind of popular with JR.
Yeah.
The guy everybody loves to hate, which
Yeah, he's the
The
villain,
villain.
but you're fucking
Yeah.
rooting for him because you love him being bad and everything. And now, like, that's so done. I mean, we have like Breaking Bad, and it's expected.
not to
So,
mention
yeah.
we had Donald Trump as president, but I'm sorry, I like to fucking hate him. I don't like
I
him
mean-
whatsoever.
No,
Remember
no,
I
no.
said this is what it's like to have J.R. Ewing as president,
It's-
except he has no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
Donald
Yes.
Trump was occupying the White House. I will not acknowledge that he was ever a president.
I'm just gonna say that this to our DOA listener watching this unedited video for the first time, like, this is what you're getting yourself into. So sorry, not sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, not sorry for my liberally
it-
indoctrinated ass.
Is it my turn?
Yes, ma'am.
is.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
let me start by saying I am not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. I am what you call a conservative liberal. I did not vote for Trump, and I would not have voted for Trump.
But you did vote for
But-
Bush.
Yes,
I
I
I
did.
voted
I
for
did.
Bush.
Okay.
I did.
But before that, I voted for
Yeah.
Clinton. So I mean,
Yeah.
literally,
Right.
I don't vote. So my thing is even though he was our president, and I think he was totally stupid, outspoken. I can't even say the words. He's still our president.
Not
I
my
would
president.
still support our
Couple more days.
president, but
Never been my president.
I am glad he was not reelected. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And I would never, ever speak anything ill against any of my friends that thought differently. I wouldn't. So, with that being said,
What
I know
makes Dallas
that's a rock
what
and a
makes
hard
Dallas both relevant and not relevant?
okay. So I'm kind of like you. I feel like the family aspect of it was very it's the no matter what happens, you're still behind, blood is thicker than water. Like I feel like that.
Like you can fuck
But I
up and
feel like
fuck
what
up
makes
and
it-
fuck up,
And
but
oil
at
is
the end
thicker
of the
than
day,
both.
at the end of the day,
Is that what I'm saying?
back.
Yeah, blood, yeah. But I will say the fact that, and I do think that their oil is still relevant, just like there's like the oil and there's like the energy and the poultry, all that. These
Poultry.
'cause my family is poultry.
The lesser
I
prairie
think they're
chickens.
all-
You
No,
mean the
I'm saying-
cattle?
No, cattle too.
The poultry.
My family.
No, the
is
poultry's big
poultry.
in Alabama. The Tyson.
No, yeah, my whole family. That's how we made our money. It's poultry.
That's my friend who lives
Yeah,
by you too.
my dad was No, my dad was CEO of Marshall. My uncle is still vice president of Tyson.
Chicken. What?
So yeah, and my other uncle just retired from Purdue. So yeah, it's a big
Damn.
Eyeballs.
It's a big thing in Alabama.
yeah. I mean, all
Holy shit.
and that's why I was born in Maryland. My dad, he started his career in Purdue, and
I
my
didn't know
uncle
you were
worked
born
at
in
Purdue.
Maryland.
Frank Purdue looked like a chicken.
Yes. Frank Purdue was Frank Purdue and his son were very nice, actually. But I will say though, the family aspect, like the blood is thicker than water thing, that is still relevant. But I feel like the way that JR ran things, I think if you're gonna do even underhanded deals, you should, if you're in it with your brother or your brother and your dad, whatever it is at the time, they should be in on it with you. Like it's all or nothing. Like I feel like the things he did, even if he thought it was good for the company at the time, I feel like he should have included Bobby.
I
Or
had
when
myself
Jock was
muted
still
this whole time.
alive. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he should have included them at the time. Now,
No, girl, I'm
when
sorry.
Jock died,
I
It's
said I
still
was
Bobby.
muted the whole time. I didn't realize it.
Oh.
so that's my thing. That's my thing. I think all of this is relevant. Blood is thicker than water, but I feel like all of the other aspects, if you're going to make a deal and you're a partner with your brother, or before Jock died or disappeared, whatever, I feel like
So you don't think
You
that would
should
work
have-
today?
you should have kept him in the loop, because how
Yeah,
do
no,
they
it
want to
would
get
work,
dragged in on
because
this and
now
have their
everything's so
reputations
legal.
tarnished too?
Yeah, no, everything's
Right.
so legal now. So if me and my
True.
brother were in business and I made a business deal without him, he's gonna find out about it.
That's
So
true.
no,
And we saw that all after the whole BD Calhoun affair.
Yeah.
You and
Exactly.
Oil went down. It was
all
all
of
of
it
them.
is relevant
Yeah, right?
at some point. So I feel like the blood is thicker than water thing, but I think like those business deals, and honestly, I think half of, at least 50%. I think that if he would have just told Bobby what he was doing, even if Bobby didn't agree, he would probably be like,
Do what you got to
Okay.
do.
Right. It's like JR got
Okay,
off
but
on just
this
like
is on
the
you.
of it.
He'd be like,
yeah,
I'm
but
not
I think he would
involved.
say like,
I
okay,
don't wanna know.
agree, but this
Well,
is on you. But at least you told me.
Well,
But
it's-
I'm not a part of this.
But that,
But see, JR just took it upon himself to like do these deals
yeah.
outside.
well,
So-
that brings up something that is relevant throughout history and right up to this day is approval of your parents.
Yeah.
JR was always after his
There you go.
parents, his
That's
daddy's
true.
approval.
I did.
Yeah.
I did that
And
too.
Daddy
he,
issues.
he had daddy issues,
Yes.
and there are, parents playing favorites toward one child. That's something that goes on. It's always going to go on till the sun burns out.
Mhm.
I had total
And-
daddy issues.
Who
And
doesn't?
JR manifested those
He
issues,
was
and
insecure as shit, and
Yep.
but
Right.
yeah, Josh, the floor is yours now. Actually,
Yeah.
if you remember that question, I
Yeah.
think I asked it like 20 minutes ago.
right, but
But no, Sarah, you made a great point. Mary made a great point. What is your take on how Dallas is relevant today and not relevant today?
okay, we could see the relevance when the show came back, how it tried to change with
Family.
the times.
Yeah.
Family.
Tried.
Family is at the core of everything.
Yeah.
They will fight each other, and we all have these relatives in our own family that will fight. But if an outsider comes in, then
Oh no.
oh no, we're going to band
Right.
together and we're going to dismantle it. And that famous scene at the Ewing barbecue over the gas stations.
Oh
No.
yeah. Where
When
was
the-
that where Jordan Lee went up and
Jordan
tried
Lee
to
and
approach
Cliff and the
JR?
whole, yep, and they confronted them
Okay.
at the barbecue, and the whole family stood up together, even though they were in the middle of fighting over the will. And that's another thing that's relevant today.
That
is
82
people-
then?
Even
Family.
if people
even-
fighting over wills
Yep.
and
And even Miss-
money
Miss
and
Ellie
votes.
stepped in, and Jordan Lee was like, "I don't have any beef with you, Miss Ellie," and she's like, "I don't care."
I don't
you know,
care. This is my
Miss
family.
Ellie
You're on
don't
my,
give a
you're on my,
fuck.
She's like,
you're
"I
on
don't
my
care."
property. You can take
At
you can
my
take it.
party.
You can take it. You can suck
Miss
it.
Ellie don't play. Mm-mm.
No, and she
Right.
told him to get lost. She's like, "All of you go home. Go."
Right. Ray,
Get
get me Ray, get me that shotgun out of the hall closet.
Right.
No,
But-
Exactly.
seriously,
Well-
like that's the thing. My brother, he never comes home. We text, we talk. I love him. I would do anything for him. But like, we haven't even like had a discussion since February of last year. And then when my dad died September, he came home. He was like the matriarch. Like he took care of everything. Like
Matriarch.
it was,
Mhm.
yeah. And
Some
that's
people
what he
just have
was.
to
And
step
then
out for a
after it was
while.
all over, he left.
But on the
Now,
flip
we still
side, though,
talk, but that's what family does. Like
Right.
that's what it is.
Some people
It's
have to
family.
step out for a little while, and I feel like I'm
Now I
the
called
patriarch
him
in
out
that
on it.
way.
Don't get me wrong.
on the flip
Hi,
side,
Seth.
though, on the flip side, though,
Did
and
you
it's
just bring
something
a
it's something that
cello into
Jim
the room?
Davis brought up even way back then. To this day, why are all these people living under one roof?
Bingo.
That
Why are they
bothered-
all living under one
Why are
roof?
they all living under one roof?
It's,
I
I
would
kind
have
of like.
felt better if
In the
they
new
had,
new
like-
series, you saw John Ross had his apartment for a while.
Yeah, but I would have felt better if they had in the old series, if they had like
When they did the little
50
houses
acres.
or the little
Yeah,
cottages, like they
and
did
they
at the
had-
beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
It
have.
made
felt
more
better.
sense. Yeah.
And
Right.
and even whenever the very first season, whenever Sue Ellen and JR were living like in that
Little
kind
cottage.
of like guest house, but it was still attached.
He didn't bring
But
you a
in
cello.
the
He
same
brought you
little-
a case of beer.
No, I ordered a new
Oh.
amp. I have an
Oh,
amp
okay.
for my cello, which I just got a preamp for. And
Hello, how are you? No.
It was out in the rain because the delivery person put it like in a place that we normally would not see it, and it's been
Oh.
rained
Yeah.
on all day. So hopefully it
Find it.
works. Ah,
But
go ahead.
where we've come further are some of the other issues that we haven't brought up, and that is political correctness. The world has gone very political correct these days. So like we discussed previously,
Mhm.
people don't like certain words,
Mhm.
but they were used on the show way back
a
when.
lot.
Some of
And
them
that's,
were,
Right.
yeah.
But
it's also
the
kind of back
70s
when,
and 80s.
but it's back when people didn't know any better and they didn't know
Right.
it was offensive.
Right.
Right.
It's
Well,
not
they
even
didn't.
that
They didn't know it was
know better.
offensive or
It was
really
just
think about it.
brought to their attention.
Until
Yeah.
somebody finally spoke up and said, "Hey, this isn't cool." That's when everything was like, "Oh my god, politically correct.
Okay,
I
so let
can't
me
say
ask y'all
anything."
I mean, they used the word homosexual because they couldn't say
Because
gay.
they
Okay,
did.
okay.
Because they didn't
That's
know.
And
That's
now
a very textbook term, like very
Right.
clinical.
Okay,
Right.
so that's me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
right now, and everybody, if you want to answer, yes. If you don't, bow out.
Okay.
But especially in the season, I guess it was this season. Maybe I don't. Last season, whenever Lucy was getting married or engaged, and then
Kit
he was
Mainwaring.
like, "I'm
Uh-huh.
yes." Okay, so my question is, they called it at that time homosexual.
Right.
Okay, but then later on, they in the
They
series
refer-
later on they said things.
They called them
Okay,
gay later, like a
so-
year later.
Yeah. So what is
They said
and that
yeah,
was
they said
based
something
on,
pretty offensive
and they
when-
did that based on the time frame of the show.
Mhm.
Okay, so now in 2020, what do we call it?
Okay.
And I'm asking y'all.
Okay. Well, now
If you're
now
a
they would
man,
now they would probably have someone that's trans.
and I
You know, this
I
is
have
the world we're
lots
in
of-
now.
And
you
they
know?
probably would
Lots of-
because representation. I think representation matters, so that's probably why they would have someone who's trans.
I do
now.
too, but I have lots of friends that are same-sex marriages right now. I mean, lots that are in our circle of friends
Mhm.
that I grew up with. I didn't even know they were that way in high school, and now we've been to their weddings. Like my niece is. So what do you prefer? This is just me asking, and that we're all
Question?
different genres. Remember, I am Southern Alabama. Melanie is North Carolina.
What's the
Well,
question though?
originally
Yeah,
from
Mary is Seattle, and Josh is. Are
New
you
England.
Maine or New England?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. My
Okay.
liberally indoctrinated ass is originally from Maine, and I moved to a very, very conservative state where shit like that still flies.
Yeah, but what do
So-
you call?
Call what
Are you
though?
saying
What's the question? Like someone who's
you?
Same sex.
If it's two men, two women, what do you call it? I mean, I'm asking this literal. Like,
okay.
I mean, it's
I have lots of friends that are both.
it's that person and their spouse. Honestly, like
I would
That's
call
what-
them whatever they feel comfortable with. Like
that's
they-
the thing.
That's
I ask them. I'm like, what do you? Are you calling one another wife? How are you doing this? Like, ask about pronouns. Ask
No,
about
they're
verbs.
partners. I do the same
Okay.
thing. All of my friends have said partners. My niece is.
Partners.
We're partners, spouses. Like they are.
Mhm.
Like if you look at them, you know that she is more feminine. Her spouse is more masculine, but they still are like they're both mom to their kids. Like they have no, and I have no anything inkling of that. I just want to know what you like. What everybody's different, so I don't want to offend anybody. Does that make
Sure.
sense? Like
I
I want
think-
to know.
And I think that the best way to like try not to offend someone or just to make people comfortable because is
Is
to
ask
just
'em.
ask. It's just to ask.
That's what I do. And it's not
There's no
derogatory.
other better
I-
way. And if you fuck up, then you fuck up and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then they
And
say
most
like this, then you.
people
But
are
they
cool.
correct you.
They
And
correct
they'll
you just
correct
fine.
you,
I'm totally
Right.
corrected.
and they'll they'll
No,
correct. Like I've been
I-
corrected before, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And they're like, no, it's okay. Like you wouldn't know necessarily unless I told you.
Right.
Right.
That's
And
why you
I-
Communication, people.
I feel like
I-
if you ask, then that's the right way to do it.
I pick up on clues of how they refer to each other because
That's
we have people.
Exactly.
I know people that I've worked with that they refer to their two women they're married. They refer to each other as wives.
Yeah.
You look at someone like Elton John and David Furnish. They refer to each other as their husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
So-
my niece,
That's
her
that's
wife
kind of the
do.
norm.
And with the he, she, them, they, I don't even go there. I just refer to someone by their name.
I
There you
still-
go.
The thing is,
I
with
trip
kid-
over
with
myself
kids-
a lot.
Whatever your name is, that's what you're referred to as by me.
I
Exactly.
still. Oh, it's okay.
Go ahead.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
I'm
right.
thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
No, I was gonna say, whenever the kids are born or adopted, they don't know until you tell them. So, like my niece and her wife, they got married a few years ago. They're both mommy or mom or whatever, but like the first one, my niece carried, and it was her wife's egg and a sperm from California. Okay, the second one, it was her egg. She still carried it, but it was the same sperm from California.
That's cool.
So they have
That's
two
neat.
kids that are technically half.
Right, but
brother.
it's from each of them.
But they
each
have
of
the
them.
same biological father.
And-
I love
Exactly.
that.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so they live in Virginia, and my niece is actually a priest for an Episcopal church, actually. And so, and they're both very liberal, and Amy is very active in the Democratic Party or the AIDS Foundation. I mean, it's huge. Like they are very good women, and I feel like they're going to raise their boys. They have two boys, very good, but they have two moms.
Yeah.
So, you know, now day and age, that's not uncommon. But if you would have said 10 years ago that happened,
Right.
those boys would have been like,
Right.
I got two moms. But
Well, I
now
got-
it's not uncommon.
So they're
and,
both boys.
and yeah, and the Episcopal Church recognizes same-sex marriages.
This
So
is
when
why
she
I
applied-
switched to the Episcopal Church.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I
Okay.
was raised Baptist, and then when I was, I think
Oh,
when I was
God,
about
hellfire
20,
and brimstone.
I- so when I was about 25, I was non-denominational.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad and my stepmom got married in Episcopal church because my stepmom's Episcopal. And then after he died, we had an Episcopal ceremony. And my niece was actually the priest over the ceremony.
Aw,
Yep.
love
And
it.
she blessed us and all that. And so after that, I converted to Episcopal. And I don't really go to church, but I believe more of they're more,
Mhm.
I don't want to say understanding,
It's
but
straight
they're
up.
more
They're more
open mind-
accepting. They're accepting of
It's straight up-
everyone.
It's straight
Plus
up.
they
my
have-
thing is
It is straight up
That's what I'm
teaching the
saying.
word of God and not like condemn. It's like they're teaching like what the Bible says about loving everybody and what's in there.
that's what I'm
And,
saying. The way I was brought up
Like
was
all this
totally
shit is none
different.
of your business. But this is what you need to focus
It's
on.
not even that. It's just that if you believe in God, if you've been saved,
Mhm.
I've been baptized, so double plus.
I haven't
But
been baptized in that sense yet. I was baptized when I was like 5 months old with a little sprinkling on my head in the congregational church.
well,
but I haven't
twice.
dipped myself into the river or the pool yet. So
No, but my thing is,
Do they
I
use a
want to.
river or a pool?
either or.
they're more accepting of you
Whatever you wanna do.
believe, you understand, we accept you, and that's it. Like that's it. And so
Yeah,
whenever
basically.
she Lauren was completely, her whole life was political, and one day she decided she wanted to go in the ministry, and she did, and da, 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 da. And so they moved from Maine to Virginia for her to
Oh,
go to this
wow.
Episcopal college. Yeah. And her wife moved with her. They got married. We had a wedding. They've had 2 children,
Wow.
and they're probably gonna have a third, I think. But
I gotta tell you guys, I know the girl Sabrina who started the cover up tattoo on my back. I had somebody else finish it. The reason she couldn't finish it was because she had gotten pregnant and had a baby and was kind of, I think, being the stay at home for a little while. Well, she and her wife were the egg donors for another guy, like a guy I worked with and his husband, who were the sperm donors for their kids. They have 4 kids between the 4 of them, and they're all biological siblings.
Oh my
I
God,
wanna
that's
be an egg
amazing.
Isn't that so
I'm-
cool?
And then they just had a
I'm-
surrogate. Did they have the same surrogate for all of them? Or different surrogates?
I think they I think each one took a turn.
yeah.
Oh, they each.
Yeah, each one of
Oh,
them
they
took a turn.
surrogated
They're
for
all
them.
related.
I'm not sure. I want to say I don't know
No,
if they I don't know if they surrogated for the guys, but I know that each one of them carried one of their own children.
Wow.
Then they did. They
Yeah.
did. But I will say
Yeah,
though, like
that was pretty cool.
like I have my tubes tied, but I still drop an egg every single month. Like, you know, like a regular period. Sorry, Josh. But my friend couldn't have
He's
a
like,
child. And I told her, I was like, you know, let me
you were gonna donate an egg.
yeah. Because I still have them, and I was like, I'm fine with it, and I don't want that child. Like, I want somebody to have, you know what I mean. I have 2 kids; they're grown. I'm good. Now, of course, I'd be like, but I would be willing to do that. And then, but she didn't end up needing it or whatever. But before I had my tubes tied, one of my best friend's sisters, she tried for like years to get pregnant. And so I asked my ex-husband, I was like, she wants me to like carry her
Be
egg
a
for
surrogate.
her. Yeah. And he was like, that's your child. I was like, no, it's not though. It's her egg and it's her husband's sperm. I'm just like the
Oh,
incubator.
you'd be the incubator.
And
It's not your egg.
he didn't get it. And he was
My-
like, no. I
My
was
friend
like,
Anita
but
did that. She
And
had.
I totally would do that. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, I hated being pregnant, but if it means somebody else that's never had a child that wants one, I would totally do it. And I would totally like just not even sell. I would just give my eggs because
Well, you
I just want
can't.
to get rid of
You can't sell them. That's illegal. But
not in Alabama. If you have a consent form and you're gonna donate them and you're gonna sign a form saying you're not going to try to take custody of that child, if you want to help someone get pregnant
you can exchange
and then
money for
implant
it.
no
Oh,
money.
that's what I'm saying. You can't. You said sell
Yeah,
it. Like
no,
because my friend
I would
Anita,
just-
she was a surrogate.
would
She
just-
had 11 children.
give my
Oh!
egg.
She said you can't sell them because that's considered slavery.
No, like
I
if
can
her
see that.
sperm, like if she could have a baby but she couldn't do her part,
You just can't exchange money.
they would take my egg, give her husband's sperm, put it in her belly, and she
Right.
could grow it.
Right. Yeah,
Or-
no, that's fine.
Give my egg, her husband's sperm, grow it,
think
and
we
then give
lost
it to her.
him.
I would. I don't care. Like that. I know that's horrible, but like I don't want any more kids, and I feel like
No, it's not horrible.
It's not horrible. It's
no,
actually
but
very
I
generous.
always knew I wanted to be a mom. I did. I always knew.
Ditto.
But and I wanted 3.
I just haven't
and I-
found anybody
do.
worth a shit to procreate with. That's all.
well, let it go because you're not old, so
I feel like I am.
you're not.
I'm
My-
gonna tell you, girl.
My
I had,
best friend, Mary knows her, Erin. She had a baby at 40.
okay.
So you're
so much
good.
better because
And that kid is the best kid. She got so fucking lucky. That kid is the best kid you will ever meet. Like he doesn't cry or anything.
Aw.
I told
Well,
Aaron, I
like-
was like, Mary, I told Aaron, I was like, you got fucking lucky because my kids were assholes.
Like I'm not
So-
even. I don't even have a boyfriend. I'm not even dating. Like I have no prospects. Right? And
Do you
I
want me to
can't-
give you? You want me to find you some sperm? Because I will.
girl, I cannot do this on my own. I can't. afford it.
Josh, do you
I
want
can't
to
afford
donate
it.
sperm to me?
That's pretty awkward.
I'm kidding. No relation sperm. You
Goodbye.
know what? Let's get Josh
I-
Henderson to donate sperm. That's
Even
it.
worse. Even more
Josh.
awkward.
No.
God.
Josh, tell
more
Josh
awkward.
Henderson
No.
if we raise $10,000,
No.
he will
We're
donate.
never gonna raise
sperm
$10,000.
to-
No.
I will. If it means giving Melanie sperm to have a Josh Henderson baby, fuck yeah, I will. Hell yeah.
God.
Record
Oh
this,
my God.
motherfucker.
Oh my fuck. What am I listening to right now? Ah!
$10,000. Josh Henderson, $10,000.
No.
If I can raise that, you've got to give like a couple of ounces of sperm, and I'm gonna turkey baste it into Melanie, and we're gonna have a baby.
Guess what? If Josh Henderson is involved, there is no turkey basting, baby.
Oh
Okay?
no.
No.
Oh, she wants the whole.
You
Josh
want the whole
Henderson.
experience.
I was the whole shit. However,
Okay, so
not gonna
Josh,
happen.
if I raise
Not-
$10,000, then we get
not-
Josh Henderson
No.
for Melanie.
Josh Henderson right now?
going to happen. He's probably like, what the fuck am I
Oh my God.
watching? What? Or if he even watches this, he'd
Exactly.
probably be like, what? These people are fucking crazy. That girl, no way, ever, no. But anyways, no.
No,
was
I know someone that she got to be, let's see, her kid is now 4. So she got to be in her early 40s and she wanted a child, so she had it on her own.
Mhm.
And
don't want to. That's a lot of responsibility for one person, and props to all the single moms and single dads and everybody out there, because holy shit, that's a lot of money and that's a lot of responsibility.
It is either way.
you were talking about the God and Tauntaun. I was looking for a quote.
Did you say
Put-
God and Tonto?
That's what I thought you said too.
Tonto.
I thought you said Tauntaun, like Star Wars.
Tauntaun.
Yes, we're gonna have a giant tauntaun come down from above with, and it's gonna part the sea. And no, but I was looking for a Facebook status I posted right after the whole
No.
Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner thing, and I was talking
Oh,
about God doesn't make mistakes and that sort of thing, and I have to find it and I will post it in the chat sometime.
Okay.
It's probably the most profound thing I've ever posted on social media.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah. What year was that with Caitlyn Jenner?
I don't know. I feel like that was late.
Was it?
Late aughts, like 2009. I don't know though.
It's been a while.
No.
It's been a bit.
It was
Maybe early
I'm gonna Google it.
2012,
It was like
2013, maybe.
it was like 20. I had
Was
just
that
come
recent?
back. I had just come back from a work
Oh.
weekend at the camp in New Hampshire, so it had to be like 2015, 16, somewhere around there.
A little bit. I want to
No.
say between 2010 and 2015, in that 5-year span somewhere.
Wait, for what?
When Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh yeah.
Because wasn't that a whole thing on Keeping Up with the Kardashians? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't watch that show.
I was still married then, so I had to be before 2018.
Oh,
No,
well, you are correct. Came out as a trans woman in April 2015. So that was when I lived in
What?
Washington.
2015. Okay, so
Yeah.
I can look,
Wow. I
I
thought that
can
was
look
way
for that.
longer than that.
I can look for that status back in
So
2015.
that's only been 5 years.
We can't take me seriously.
God, time flies, huh?
Right?
Jesus.
Well, it's been almost 6.
Okay, I have another
Yeah.
Dallas question.
Okay. Yes. Dallas? Weird. What's that?
Real
What?
quick. Real
Okay,
quick before that.
this time I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna go Josh, Melanie, Mary. Okay,
What's your question?
Josh.
Melanie? Okay. never mind.
Wait. Start over there because I'm looking this up.
I said I have a new.
question.
This is a new question, Dallas.
The reason I brought that whole age thing up, girl, by the
Yeah.
way, is because my best friend's daughter's little best friend from across the street was like, Melanie, how old are you this summer? And I was like, 34. And she's like, do
I'm
you
old
want to
as
have any
fuck.
kids? And I was like,
That's
hopefully someday. And she's like, well, I hope it's soon because my mom said at 35, that's it. And I was like,
she don't know. She don't know.
I
Okay,
really want to hear that, Becca.
I found it.
Here's
I
what.
found it and just posted it. So read it later.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where that whole thing came
That's-
from.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
my most profound post on social media ever. So
Oh,
Okay. I love you. Okay,
Oh, we-
this is my
we-
I love
question.
you too.
yeah, we love you
Mwah.
too.
He's pissed off. I don't know why.
Sorry,
Okay.
Scott.
I know he's okay. So this is my question. So it's
Yeah.
gonna go Josh, Melanie, Mary this time.
That's okay.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Who is your favorite character in the entire season, even the new Dallas, and why? And it can't be Larry Hagman.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to say it can't be because that would be the almost obvious.
Yeah, it can't be Larry Hagman.
Josh, go first. Was that it?
Yeah, Josh is.
Oh, come on, you got this.
I know I'm split
Can we-
because I'm split because I've seen the growth from both these characters.
That's what I'm
from-
saying. Take in mind everything. Like
Right.
you can explain why, but just
Pick one.
take in
right?
mind the growth and
Right.
every season beyond why.
Right. All right. I won't take that one. I will because I know someone else will probably take that one. So I'll go with Bobby. Because when the show started, out doing the booze, the broads, the booty, he was the company pimp. And you saw him grow over the course of the series into someone that he stood up to JR. He was constantly the yin for JR's yang, that sort of thing. And he was hardened by divorce. Not once, but twice. But the second time, it was a tragedy that took his wife away. And by the end of the series, he had before they went on a 21-year hiatus, he lost April. First, he lost Pam. He lost April. He had seen basically South Fork decimated. Everyone that had lived there had moved out, and he was the mainstay, and he became the jock. He became the patriarch.
He did.
And in the new series, he was a hard ass. The
He kind of
years
was.
the years had hardened him in a lot of ways. He stood up to JR. He stood up to John Ross. He raised Christopher by himself. So just the growth that he went through over the course of the series, it was that's for me.
No, that makes total sense. Bobby did become kind of a hard ass, didn't he?
Well, everything
In a
he had gone
way.
through, his life experiences had hardened him in a lot of ways.
Definitely.
Ugh, it's so cold.
I remember it was something I've noticed, especially even on network TV now. Like I've been watching Law and Order SVU lately, and they're letting things slip like, I don't even like to say this out loud. God damn it, Jesus Christ, all that other stuff you didn't hear on TV even 5 years ago.
Oh no!
And what words were they using on the new series?
God damn it!
I know.
Bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah, like I remember Bobby in the old series going bull, and I'm like, come on, you want to say bullshit? You know you want to do. And in the new series, he'd be like, that's bullshit.
You can.
I remember the first time. I remember the first time it hit me when I heard them say ass, and it was in Red Square when JR and Bobby told Carter McKay, just remember the Ewing brothers are going to kick your ass. And I'm going, oh my God, he said ass. I was sitting there in front of the television. I was like, oh my God, he said ass on television. Oh.
Yo, I'm kidding. Like whenever I was little, I used to watch, I used to come from school and at 3:30, the Jeffersons would come on. And then at 3:30, and the Jeffersons, all he could say was honky. And I remember thinking that was so bad because it was like the equivalent of the N word.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like it was like I was like,
Right,
oh my
right.
God, he said
It was the white. It was
And
the
then
white
it-
N word.
that exactly. And so,
That's so
and then all
lame.
three company, that's what I'm saying. And so, and like they would say honky and cracker.
Uh-huh.
And like I was like, oh my God. But like now on FX, they say fuck. Like I know FX is like a
Do you remember?
cable.
Because it's not, yeah, it's not.
Does anyone remember
Yeah.
the first time they used the S word
They
on
say-
South Park? When they said shit,
Yeah, and they said
I do
shit.
remember that.
and they had the little
Yeah.
counter in the corner counting the number of
Uh-huh,
times it was
uh-huh.
in the episode.
Well,
Yeah.
South
Yeah.
Park could because they're in safe harbor.
Right.
Doesn't matter anyway.
But that,
And what
but
about
that's what
in
my
the?
kids grew up on. They heard all of like the goddammits and the shits and the damn and the shit, the god, no damn, no.
And I think
They-
NYPD Blue is the one that like paved the way for all that because they were like pushing the limit.
What-
They said goddamn and I love him.
What about half the crap that came out of Archie Bunker's mouth? We won't. That could be a topic in and of itself.
It is. A
Well,
topic.
that was that was a spinoff of the Jeffersons.
No,
Well-
the
No,
Jeffersons,
Jeffersons was a
spin-off.
spinoff of All in the Family.
I gotta tell you
yeah.
guys.
But I'm saying that's why they got that leeway.
And Norman Lear is almost
Yeah.
100. God bless him.
He's still alive.
Wow.
Yes, he is.
Wow.
Nice.
He
I got
hosted
it.
the he
Archie
hosted the
Bunker?
he hosted the live episodes of
Yeah. Norman Lear.
I thought he died.
No,
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 not
that's
Carol
Carol
O'Connor.
O'Connor.
Carol
that-
O'Connor
which-
died.
No, I
Norman-
never heard of-
Norman Lear is the creator of all these
The
shows.
creator.
Oh, okay,
producer
yeah.
guy.
I was like, oh my God. I thought
He
But-
hosted with Jimmy Kimmel the live
God.
episode last year of
God. He hosted with
Good-
Jimmy Kimmel. That's all you
Good
had to
Times and All in the Family Christmas special.
say. Wow.
I love Good Times, and that was the same thing. That was like the black on
Well,
the family.
Well, John Amos quit because of
It was.
the whhole way they were making JJ out to be the stereotypical jive
Dynamite.
talking black,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
you guys, I saw this thing that popped up on Facebook today about some guy in Wyoming. I don't know if he was a mayor or a senator or something like that, but he social media messaged or posted a GIF of what
I'm listening.
of the sheriff in Blazing Saddles saying, "Where the white women at?"
Blazing Saddles is so racist.
Yeah, to a brand new.
They said
sheriff.
the new sheriff is near. No,
Yeah,
they were saying
yeah.
something else. Yeah.
Well, no, he sent this GIF of what's his name? Cleavon. Hang on a second. I can't remember.
Yeah, but that was made in the 70s. They didn't know any
and
better.
that's the
then.
thing. I thought
70s?
Cleavon Little. That's his name.
Blazing
This
Saddles. funny.
guy 74. This guy sent
Yeah.
a GIF of Cleavon Little as the sheriff in Blazing Saddles saying, "Where the white women at?" to this new black sheriff. And it just went off, and he's all apologetic now and stuff. And I'm like, dude, Blazing Saddles is funny as shit for its time. However, there is a time and a place, and you
Yeah.
don't do that shit now.
And they tried to do that again by bringing it back a spin-off of All in the Family called 704 Hauser.
Yeah,
with
I
a
know. I don't
black-
like-
with a
Yeah.
black family moving into Archie Bunker's house, and the lead was played by John Amos.
Mhm.
I always hear
And-
John Stamos when you say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
me
John
too.
Amos.
I'm like,
And
Uncle
that-
Jesse, Uncle Jesse.
And that didn't last long. And
Oh.
speaking of sequels, they just announced a sequel to Night Court.
I saw that. I'm
What?
excited.
Wait, whoa. Back up. What?
Yeah. With
gonna be
Dan
a-
Fielding. Dan Fielding and like
With John Larroquette from Dallas, who played
What?
Charlene Tilton's
No,
divorce lawyer.
John Larroquette from Night Court.
From
From
Dallas.
Always
From
remember him.
Richie Rich. What the
And
hell
then-
are you guys
and
talking
then it's
about?
supposed to have the
Daughter
I
of
will totally
Judge
see that.
Stone,
Yes.
because
No,
Harry
he
Anderson
died.
sadly passed away.
The real Judge Stone died, right?
And he also played Harry the Hat on Cheers.
Wait, Judge
And
Stone. He didn't have anything to do with Chicago.
Okay, I wanna
PD,
be
or
on the
Chicago
new
Justice or
Night
anything
Court.
PD.
How do I get in the new Night Court? I want to be on that.
I don't know.
Call
man.
your agent.
Well, they
What
are
her
still
name?
they are still casting Harry Stone's daughter. So
Who was your agent 40 years ago?
He
I
used
don't
to
know,
live
sucker.
in the
My
town
mom
next to
paid
me.
that.
Here.
Well, that's
Harry
your mom.
Anderson?
I wouldn't.
Harry
y'all
Anderson
help
used
me.
to live in Fall City, Washington. I mean, before I lived there.
I keep
Yeah.
seeing him on old episodes of Cheers, which is funny.
Josh, if
Fun.
you hear anything on the casting of the
You need to
daughter,
call up your old agent and be like, "Hey,
I don't know. That was 40
ask your
years
mom. Ask your mom."
Ask your mom.
ago. I don't fucking know. She's retarded. My mom does not know anything.
Jesus.
Like today, she
But-
was talking to me and she
I'm
told
sure
me
she's
something
got-
like 2 weeks ago. Like, I don't know. I was like, Mom, you just told me that. She's like, I don't know.
Do you still
She's-
have paperwork or files or something that she's got?
No, I'm 42. I did Punky Brewster at 5.
She's
Think
got
about it.
she's
John
got
John,
documents.
John
trust
Larroquette
me.
from Dallas.
She
Yes.
has documents. Trust me. They're hidden
Somewhere.
away somewhere. She's
What?
got them.
I have to.
What did you
figure
say,
out who
Mary?
the- Josh, how do I figure out who the casting person is for
I
this?
don't know. I don't know yet. Google it.
Well, figure it out and tell me, and I'll contact them. Oh my God, I want to be the daughter of John Larroquette. Please.
I feel like it's Melanie's turn to answer
The
the question.
daughter of John Larroquette,
What was the
Judge
question?
Stone.
Sarah, what was your question?
Judge Stone.
What was the
I'm a
question?
It was a favorite Dallas character. That's what we were talking about.
Oh,
Jamie, you. Sorry, you go. It's your turn.
Sue Ellen. Dog.
I
Why?
know that.
Why?
That's why I didn't take that,
Why?
because I knew you were going to take
Yeah, I know.
Say
Go
why.
ahead. Say why, and it's Mary's turn.
Because
You have more of a reason than that.
5, 4. 3.
because she evolved. She
Very good.
was background dressing in the beginning, and
Mhm.
by the end of the first series, when she left anyway and rode off into the sunset with
Give 'em.
Blackbeard
Don
or,
And make
Lockwood.
Shane.
or Lovejoy. Yeah.
She was a badass when she left.
She was.
Blackbeard, Lovejoy, Sir Toby, however you want to picture Ian McShane post Dallas, that's him.
Whatever his character
Yeah.
was in Deadwood.
And it was funny because she was like, she had this whole persona by the late 80s, like, I don't give a fuck, I'm a businesswoman in my own right, but at the same
Mhm.
time, somebody who doesn't give a fuck wouldn't have gone to the lengths she did.
Oh, that's true.
She got rid of
Exactly.
Mandy Winger.
She still carried a torch for that man.
I have a quick question.
She-
Quick question.
And it was obvious
Wait.
right up through the second series.
She got rid of Mandy Winger. She schemed with Kimberly Kreider to take Westar away from JR. She ran for governor, and then
She wasn't.
she blackmailed Governor McConaughey.
And in the second series, that was another
Yeah.
thing when we were talking about family and what JR did and everything. Remember when she answered the door and she said, JR, I don't know what you did, and I don't want to know, but thank you.
Yep. She's a badass.
I thought of
yes,
that
I agree with
immediately.
And
But I do have a question.
it's similar how
Yeah.
she and Bobby both grew and evolved over the course of.
What did you do?
I just dropped my whole glass of wine just now.
Oh,
I know. I'm gonna get it again.
Soldier
But
down.
I will say
Somebody's turned off.
that was a party foul. Okay, so I do want to say before Mary answers this question, I want to say
Oh my
really, really quick.
Mhm.
Hold on. Okay. So
you okay?
hold on.
She doesn't
Yeah,
remember.
you
She's-
know. No, I have a shit. I forgot.
Oh, see?
You were gonna ask me something and then go to Mary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sue Ellen.
Governor McConaughey, blackmail, Mandy Winger.
This is a really important question, but I can't remember.
I'll
Okay,
come back to it.
Mary, go. I'll come back, so I'll remember it.
Okay. Coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, my favorite character is Jenna
Jenna
Wade.
Wade.
I thought it was Pam.
I know, weird. I know. Mostly
Or
played
April.
by Priscilla.
Jenna
I know.
Wade.
I do like April. Surprisingly, no, I really do like it.
April's cool.
I wanted to dislike April, but I did like April.
And
Um,
Cherie Wilson had a birthday.
when?
yeah.
November?
No, it was the other day.
Oh, in December.
OMG, we are slipping.
It's because we're not recording enough. That's true.
We need
Her
to. Okay,
birthday was the
Resolution.
12th. The 12th.
resolution for 2021.
Record more. Yeah.
Try more. Try to
more.
record more.
Okay. The reason that I like Jenna Wade so much is because I think that she's a very strong woman that tries, that she came from a really privileged background and then fell on her ass, made some really awful choices early on, fell on her ass, and then spent the rest of her life trying to make up for it and like trying to provide for herself and her daughter.
Basically.
And then win back the love that she took for granted when she was younger, because she had the love of her life from the age of 10 or 12 on, and she didn't realize it at the time what she had, and then spent the rest of the time being like, oh shit, like what did I do? And she's trying to get it back. And so I love her for that, and then like trying to like make it on her own. And then Bobby came along, was like, oh no, I'm gonna buy you this stuff, and she didn't want that. Like she wanted to like do it on her own. And
like the boutique, she was like,
yeah,
no, what
yeah,
are you doing? No.
like, yeah, I don't want that. I want to do it on my own. And if you're gonna buy it from me, like I'm paying you back all the money, because like
Yeah,
I don't want to be owned by you.
when she sold it, she gave him back the money, right?
Yep, she
She
did.
gave him the money, yeah. And then she had his kid, but whatever.
She had his kid, which she was pregnant when he broke up with her. Which is like,
Oh my God.
Like I know he didn't know, but like, dude, what the fuck? Okay. And then
That's
there's
the kind of luck I've had with men in my life. Like, I've never been pregnant, but that's just the kind of shit that would happen.
and she was obviously still in love with him. Like he
Honestly.
broke up with her, and she was like, he broke up with her. She's like, oh shit. Like, and literally, if you delete the dream season, the night before, she had been like, okay, like I know I was kind of confused, but I definitely want to marry you and be with you. And then he was like, okay. And then he went and slept with Pam.
Oh boy.
And then immediately went from like engaged to Jenna to engaged to Pam the next fucking day.
I would have handled it about as well as Jenna did. Probably worse.
Right. So when people are like, yeah, she went kind of crazy, like, well, of course she did.
Yeah.
Of course she did. So yeah, Team Jenna.
But you know what? Jenna got rescued by Ray, who was like, I don't care. I'll raise this boy as my own.
Right. And that was fine, but they stuck together.
How often does that happen in real life? Come on.
I know.
I know of maybe two people personally who that.
I know one. That's about it though. But they still, like, obviously they didn't end up together forever because Ray was alone at the new season. And
he was still married to Jenna in the TV movies though, wasn't he?
I don't think so. They never mentioned Jenna.
Second movie, yes.
They mentioned Jenna. They mentioned
War of
Jenna
the Ewings.
in War of the Ewings. So as far as we know, they're still married.
That's a long time.
We don't know. This shit was never wrapped up, man.
They did wrap it up for me.
They didn't wrap it
up. But everybody assumes he must have been married to that blonde that he was hanging out with at the thing because
right,
because he was always hanging around with Lucy in those little cameos.
Y'all want to know my character?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And girl, did you remember your question?
No. I will eventually. But my character, and you are gonna cringe when I say this.
Manny Winger.
And this is later. No.
Call Sarah Wilson and tell her.
April, right?
April.
Rose McKay.
April. No, I like April.
April's not bad.
April's
the
fine.
reason why I like April is because she came on as like a slithering snake, and then
Gold digger.
then Jack showed up and she dealt with that, and she had the JR thing, and then she really, really tried to be good. I do think that. And then when she fell in love with Bobby, she really fell in love with Bobby, and Bobby threw her away because she had been with JR.
Well, JR
and
used her.
Together.
JR used her like he used everybody.
Oh.
And then he had to get with Jeannie O'Brien.
Yeah.
Gross.
Was it Russia or no?
Austria.
Where was it?
They were in Austria.
Sound of Music. The Wall.
Besides the Pam.
The Vienna Waltz.
with the that is my second favorite scene.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever April dies. I mean, I was literally in tears. Like I was so fucking upset.
Yeah.
And she even said, like in a thing, that she did not realize she was being written off.
Really?
And that
No, she was
I
pregnant.
thought she wanted to leave.
She was pregnant. She
She was
was.
pregnant.
she was, but she thought they were gonna write her like in where like the belly scenes where you're like in the
and they
or
were just
in the-
like, "Fuck you, we're
Well,
writing you off."
no. She said it was like she didn't know.
Well, they
Oh.
had a scene.
She said
they had
when
a
she
scene
saw the
with-
script for the kill off scene, she's like, well, then I knew for sure.
Well, they had a scene with Bobby as like a dream sequence after she died, where she had a baby girl, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
I love April. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like
But-
I love April.
But
honestly,
Leonard
too.
Katzman said that was his biggest regret, killing April off because
well, don't do dumb shit, Uncle Lenny. I'm sorry.
right.
Because
But
everything
he had
Bobby
an inkling that it was going to be the last season. So when she said she was pregnant,
after that,
when she said she
stupid.
was pregnant and she wanted to be with her pregnancy, he let her know that she was that was a mutual parting.
Yeah, no, she said that. She said I knew it was coming. I just didn't know when.
You know what's funny?
That's what she said.
Well, I met her. I met Sherry Wilson.
I did
at
too.
the-
She was
at
so.
the- yeah, she's so sweet. I met her at the.
I met the night I met Mary.
Yeah, she was with
Yeah, I met her at the fan source thing, Josh, where I saw you in person for the first time, and I was like, I was so sad when they killed off April. She's like, so was I. I was like, oh God.
Well, I don't think she was expecting to have a baby then, and then all just kind of happened. But my thing is,
hey, she
like,
landed on Walker, Texas Ranger. She didn't do too bad for herself.
no,
Good.
that's a great run.
She went from Patrick
But-
Duffy to Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, is fucking crazy. I want to kill him, but anyway,
All the Chuck Norris jokes out there, man.
That's so
They
many.
all-
I know that's why. That's why. Even my ex-husband was like, he would send me like Chuck Norris jokes, and I'm like, stop.
We should
'Cause I
wrap it
love
up.
April.
So, but Chuck, yeah, Cherie is not pleased with the new Walker, Texas Ranger that is coming on the
There's
CW.
the
I
new
saw
one?
that. I
With
saw she
Jared,
made some
Jared Padalecki,
Ah.
Mitch Pileggi, Molly Hagan.
Molly
No,
Hagan.
I saw-
Molly
I
Hagan.
saw she made
Molly
comment
Hagan
about-
and Mitch Pileggi are on this one.
Dallas people.
Molly
Dallas
Hagan.
people.
I mean, I may watch
From
it
from
but
Herman's
I
Head. Remember Herman's Head?
actually saw
Yeah,
that
but
she
she's
made
from
some
Dallas
comments
She was
earlier.
about
Dallas the
it.
early years, yeah. And she was also on Knots Landing.
Wow.
Wait, who?
Molly Hagan.
Hagan.
Which one's that one?
That's Miss Sally from Dallas.
1985 Miss Ellie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No, not Donna Reed. the
1986.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Sally.
1986 Miss Ellie. I'm sorry.
It's
I get
okay.
mixed up because
It's like one of the few things I know.
Now, are we going to record our own little holiday greeting like Thanksgiving or no?
Oh,
I've
We
got
should
a
do that
holiday
to end. We should just. be like-
motherfuckers.
we should. Just so
Yeah.
we could. Yeah.
I mean, we're here. So
Just
Mary,
so I
you
could-
can edit it, but I have a great holiday.
I'm not
for you.
gonna edit. I'm just gonna put it out there. You guys like this.
Shit.
Great.
What?
Yeah. No, we can do it.
Oh boy.
Anything you want to say, Mary's got. Stop it, Opie. he tried to eat my ball. That's why I can't wear.
So he
the hat.
likes balls.
He did.
Come here, Opie. Come here. Watch this. Come here.
Opie and Anthony. No.
Come here.
That's
Oh
funny
no,
'cause her
my
son's
son's
name is
stepmom
Anthony.
has COVID, and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
here on Monday for dinner, but she feels like she was exposed Tuesday, and so I can't let him come back. So my son is missing his sister's birthday,
Mhm,
our Christmas, and everything.
mhm.
So he can't
Like-
come here till after Christmas.
Oh
Yeah,
my
have a New Year's
God.
party.
How bad is her?
Will, but
How bad are her corona symptoms?
he has no symptoms, but he's
No,
he's-
hers. Her the stepmother.
She said she has none. And then the girl that she was with on Tuesday told her she had COVID. So she went today and tested, and she tested positive.
Well, if everybody tests,
My son's
negative
been there
before
since Monday
Christmas,
night.
then what?
So
Yeah,
I
he could just
mean,
go get
I
a
had no
test.
sym-
He could just
no,
literally
look,
go take a test.
He will tomorrow, but I had no symptoms except for I lost my taste the
Girl,
second.
you already had COVID. Let him come back.
Fuck no, we both had it, but they say you're good for 3 months.
Well,
We had
mine-
it Halloween,
Yeah.
so I'm not chasing that fucking shit.
And then I
But
told you
can
about
come
Girl,
back
It's been
after.
2 months. It's
and then
been
I
less
told
than
you
2
about my
months.
niece having corona when I picked her up from the
Less
train
than 2
station.
Yeah.
months.
No, yeah,
And
I
I
told him,
didn't
was like,
get it
14
because she was
days.
wearing a mask.
Yeah, that's really
Exactly.
good.
You don't know. And I told him, I was like, I'll give you 14 days. Come back.
But
I
if
was
he
like,
just takes
if
the
you want-
test, he'll know either way, right?
Some of those tests though are negative and they're really positive. I've had friends that have tested negative and the next day tested positive.
Oh, that's
So
not good.
they don't know. They
why,
don't know.
why would they test the next day if they tested
Right.
negative?
Because okay, so one of my
Sometimes
friends
there's
tested.
a rapid test, and then sometimes there's a PCR, and they both.
Well, that's what I'm saying. One of my friends tested because they had been exposed
Mhm.
and they were positive. And then that's the rapid test. And then 3 days later comes the whatever test, which like let's say it is on Tuesday, the regular test comes back on Friday, and it was negative. So which one do you believe?
The positive one.
That's what I would say. So I told my son, I was like, even though you haven't tested and you're with her on Monday, he came here for dinner and then he left. He had been in my house Wednesday, Thursday, went to his sister's house on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then came here. Like he did school there and then came here for dinner, left here Monday night and went to his dad's. She said she was called on Tuesday saying she had symptoms or whatever, or her friend tested positive. She'd been exposed. So he probably had not been exposed until he got there.
Mhm.
So we said, let's give it, they say 14 if you're positive, 10 if you're exposed. So I was like, if you have no symptoms, 10 days. Okay, well, today's the 17th. So me and his Christmas is the 26th. He was like, Mom, can I come home on the 26th? I was like, if you have no symptoms, yes. Because I don't want him not to come home for Christmas.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean,
get
I'm a
that.
mommy. I'm a mommy.
I get it.
And
There's been a few Christmases I haven't been able to go home. I mean, they were years ago, but they were
But-
still rough.
That's what I'm saying. But his sister and her boyfriend have not had COVID. We have. And they're here. And so I was like, well, either you can expose your sister. And he was like, well, should I ask her? I was like, no, ask her. And then if she says, okay, you can come on the 26th. Because it'll be like right before the cutoff. You know what I mean? Like the day before.
This
And
is so
so I
terrible.
I know. And
It's
He told-
terrible all around.
And
And
no, but the sad thing was today, she said, Mom, no, he needs to come because he's already missing my birthday because we're having our birthday party on Sunday night here. It's her
It's so-
20th birthday.
Aw.
We're having like steaks and potatoes and presents and
It's so crazy because I feel like it's like, oh, well, I don't want anybody else to expose me, but if it's my family that exposes me and kills me, I forgive you because you're my family. I mean, how messed up is that?
but that's what, but you know what? The thing is like Hayden, she's like in good condition, but she's always had really, really bad asthma and all that. So like, what if he comes here and he's completely fine, but then he gives it to her and then she has the breathing problems? He's going to feel so fucking bad.
Right.
But like, I don't know if I
My
really
friend's
want
dad just went in a coma today.
From
my
corona?
friend's mom died.
Yeah,
Y'all,
his
this
dad-
woman was my dad.
I know someone whose dad died too from that.
My mom is 68. Her mom was 68. I grew up with her. She went into the hospital 2 months ago when she was having breathing problems. She was not COVID positive. They sent her home after like a day, fine. And then all of a sudden she started having like really, really bad breathing problems. Took her back, tested positive. This was in like December, end of October. in the hospital, up, down, and we thought she was fine. Like she had literally posted a Facebook thing like 2 weeks ago saying mom's gonna get out in like 2 days, blah blah blah. And then last Sunday, she said mom died, and it was all
Ooh.
COVID. And she was in good health. Like this is the woman that did not smoke, did not drink, 68 years old,
She had something
like
underlying.
no health problems, had never had cancer, nothing, like
They think
perfect
it's
health.
they think it's genetic,
That's
like how
scary.
it's hitting people.
That's
It's a gene.
scary.
There's like 5 different things.
Like I'm a
They think.
smoker and I have COVID and
We just don't know.
nothing.
We don't know. My friend's
That's
stepdad
what I'm saying.
is like, he was fine, and then he had COVID, and then he was really sick, and they admitted him, and then
It
so
affects
for the past 2 weeks, it's gone between he's gonna be fine, he might die. He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna die.
Oh my
He's gonna be
god.
fine. So she's like totally numb right now. Like I have no idea what to feel.
And that's the thing about this is
Oh my
no matter
God.
what
You
age
don't
you
know.
are, you don't know what version of it you're going to get and
Right.
what it's going to do to
Exactly.
you until
Or
it
who you're gonna
happens.
give it to.
You don't.
Right.
And I
Wow.
think it has to do with like hereditary, like genetics, all that. I
So
really do.
you're better off wearing your masks and not
Staying
getting
the
it.
fuck
if you-
home.
Exactly.
Look, I will say
Shall we?
I'm the worst person ever to stay home. Not gonna lie. But I do wear my mask in public.
it.
I do.
Same.
I just drop it.
But
I just drop it to my neck when I'm in the woods with the dog and there's nobody around.
not
And then as soon as I
woods.
spot people, no matter how far away they are, up it goes.
Well, you're
That's
smart.
it.
'Cause I don't. I mean,
I wear my
I
mask
get
everywhere.
I get
I mean, except
comfortable.
for
I
like in
let-
the woods. But
I-
whatever.
I go in. If I go
Leave
into
my
the gym,
house.
if I go into the gym, and I need to pull down, I go into the.
Well, I don't go to the
s-
gym.
I go into the bathroom, lock the door, pull it down, breathe, and then put back up. All right.
All right. Should we wrap it up?
Yes.
'Cause I'm very tired.
Merry Christmas.
It's not-
Happy Hanukkah. Happy solstice. Happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, cool Yule, whatever you celebrate.
Happy
Festivus.
Whatever.
Best of what?
Festivus, isn't that Seinfeld thing? I don't know.
It's Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus? Yeah, that's what it is.
Not familiar with, but
Yeah, I didn't watch Seinfeld.
take your
either.
word.
Happy New Year. 2020 has gotta fucking be better than
Hey, 2020.
2020's done. 2021 has gotta
2020.
be better.
Take this 2020.
But it's almost been a year since COVID started.
I know, it's bananas.
You know what's crazy?
Take your
It's-
Corona,
it's
take your Trump,
bananas.
and take your
Yes.
take your Corona,
Yeah,
take your
yeah,
Trump, take your murder hornets, take your
Take it out.
take your dust clouds, take your
Yeah.
wildfires, and shove them up your ass.
Cut
and
it
put 'em out the
out.
door.
You know
Bye-bye.
what's insane?
Do that.
2019 was kind of rough, so I like prayed on New Year's Eve that 2020 would be better. I don't know what to think now.
Don't pray this year, girl.
I had
I'm not
the
praying. I'm sorry, God. You know what my heart is. I'm just gonna drink.
I had
Yeah.
I had the crap end of 2018 and through 2019, and my niece convinced me it was because up at our camp there was a deer head, and at the end of camp it was one of those deer heads that were mounted on the wall, and the
Okay.
LITs were moving it around and treating it like their mascot. But at the
Okay.
during the staff party, the
Like a
staff got
totem?
drunk and threw the deer head into the bonfire.
Oh
What?
my God! No.
Shit.
I came back the next day and there was some antler left. I
Oh my
took the
God.
antler home, and my niece thinks that the antler was cursed.
Possibly.
So I took the antler at the
Uh.
end of the day after Christmas of 2019. I took the antler back up, put it back in the exact same fire pit at the camp, and left it there. 2020 has been
And
crap.
2020 happened.
So we
You
think
can't be blamed for all of 2020 though.
so.
a lot of it.
So no, we think it's the curse of Jose the Deerhead. Is that the Jose?
Goddamn,
that-
Goddamn Jose.
Okay, I
Well,
have
you
a
know
question.
what? The people who threw that deer head into the fire,
Right.
you don't fucking do that.
You don't do that.
Don't fucking do that.
I know
No.
that.
What
You
the
know
hell?
that.
That's what made our fucking shit happen, Josh.
God damn
they
it!
were-
That was the
they
deer
were-
head the whole time.
They were drunk, and they threw it in the fire, and everything started
No
crapping.
excuse.
Well,
So dumb.
I'm
They
drunk
should
and
be
I'm not doing
reprimanded for that.
figure out with the electric blanket.
Good.
Electric lap dances. No.
Electric lap dances. It all comes back around.
It's
All right.
electric. Boogie
Boogie woogie woogie
Wiggle,
woogie.
wiggle, wiggle. All right. Thank you for joining us
what-
tonight for our special episode of the DOA.
Where we just bullshitted for
But we
the
just
last
bullshit the whole time. I'm sorry if we bored you. We're
Bullshitted for
trying not
Drink-
to.
Question
2 hours. I'm
Drink
sorry.
drink bourbon.
Wait, hold
It's
on.
your friend.
Before we sign off, I have a
And
question.
also drink water because that's your friend too.
Drink you
Well,
lots of
never-
water. Water is good.
Don't drink Corona because it's a nasty.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's a nasty pandemic too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Bye.
Wait, I have to say something.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, what?
Bye,
Sure.
y'all.
Yeah, say what you gotta say, and then we'll say goodbye.
Okay, well, my question is, are you recording the video or just
I
the
would-
audio?
All the video, the whole thing.
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
Well, so for our fans, even though I'm drunk right now, my hair is not down, and
It's
I
okay.
like a
You look
chemo-
beautiful, girl.
No,
You
I
do.
don't.
You do.
I like I'm
You
100 years
do.
old.
You not.
So-
I'm older than you.
Everybody know that I actually have really hair.
You do. You do have
have-
really hair.
You have
Really hair as opposed to not really hair.
I have really
Shut up,
hair
Josh.
too.
But it's not down, but it's in a
I know,
ponytail.
but it's okay. Everyone knows.
Honey, we know you have really hair. It's okay.
All good.
Oh.
Okay, I love you.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye,
Ho
y'all.
ho ho.
God. Say it.
All right.
Oh my God, Melanie.
What? Can't take
Say
me
bye.
seriously with the
Bye,
boo.
bye, y'all.
I went like this.
I love
Did.
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bye bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye bye.
Thank you,
Oh my
Backstreet
God,
Boys.
that's your age group.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Sorry.
Backstreet Boys.
Are we done?
Okay, I'm gonna cut it out now. All right.
Cut.
Stop video.
Cut it.